So, our adventure begins at the crossroads town of Tribor in northwest Faerun, otherwise known as the Savage North. The North is known for its rugged, untamed wilderness, wrapped with difficult winter weather and home to many hardy folk and fearsome beasts. Far north of Tribor, stretching across the northwest region of Faerun, from the Cold Run near the Sea of Moving Ice to the ice spires north of the Silver Marches, is a rugged mountain range known as the Spine of the World. Folks all across the lands of the Savage Frontier and the Silver Marches, particularly those in Scornable, sorry about that, anyway, refer to the spine as the Wall. On winter days when the white snow-covered faces of the peaks meet the iron grey of the sunless winter sky, it appears as though the peaks are holding up the sky. To others, it simply marks the end of the world as they see it. However, there is life further north of the spine, a small lake-spotted area with closely settled towns known collectively as 10 towns, in a region many call Icewind Dale, after the incessant cold wind that refuses to stop blowing north of the mountains. The spine is riddled with giants, orcs, goblins, and many other fearsome beasts and monsters who often raid south in search of plunder and other evil mischief. This untamed wild region south of the spine contains vast forests interlaced with great stretches of open wilderness, home to strange creatures and many mysteries. The wild is only broken by small frontier towns and villages surrounded by farmland. One of these towns, centrally located amidst a number of prominent settlements, is Tribor. To the west of Tribor is the Crypt Garden Forest and the Sword Mountains, with the villages and towns of Coneyberry, Phandalin, Leyland, and Neverwinter, which is located near Neverwinter Wood. To the east are the barren Deserin Hills, the river Cerbrin, and the fortified town of Yarta. To the south lies the village of Westbridge, the Somber Hills, and the way-stop town from the major city of Waterdeep known as Red Larch. And to the north is the hamlet of Longsaddle, home to the Harples, a famous eccentric family clan of wizards, and further north, near the spine of the world, lies the human and dwarf settlement of Mirabar. Tribor is a bustling town, home to over 2,500... Hello.
There's a foreigner.
Tribor is a bustling town, home to 2,500 residents, with the majority of them living on farms and ranches located beyond the town proper. The centre of Tribor, where the long road meets the Evermore Way, is a huge muddy expanse, used as a market by local farmers and visiting peddlers. Dominating the space is the two-storey tower of the Lord Protector, a simple stone keep that leans decidedly to the east. Hanging above the entrance is the dusty banner of the Lord Protector, which depicts 3 black boars running towards the head of the banner on a blood-red field. The Lord Protector is a democratically elected leader who commands the town's militia and settles disputes. The rest of the town sprawls out from the central square in all directions. It's a cold and gloomy morning in Tribor, with a light spring rain falling. Let me quickly open up a small... Hey? Yeah, Keaton's there. Yeah, you can see him. Yeah. Well, you have to kind of get
Now
him.
you can. What up, doggy?
Darby Doll.
He's joining you in snackage.
Alright. Just 2 seconds here. Let me open this here. Alright. So there's just a small image of the Lord Protector's Tower in the center of Tribor. Alright.
I'm looking for the 3 boars flag now.
Yeah, no, there's
no.
Yeah, it's just above the door there if you can picture it. Anyway. So, yeah, it's a cold, gloomy morning, not like the picture, with a light spring rain falling. Our adventurers find themselves in a tavern south of the square and just east of the long road called the Tribor Arms. Inside the stuffy tavern, it is filled with people who mostly look to be travellers, mercenaries and scouts, all sitting around tables in 2s and 3s, filling the large room with the sound of conversation and chatter. 2 serving boys agilely make their way around the room, taking orders and carrying drinks and platters of food. In the center burns a big fire, filling the room with warmth and the smell of burning wood. On the far side of the tavern, as you come in through the door, is a long bar stretching across the far wall. Behind this long stretch of bar stands, of course, the bartender. He is a tiefling with light purple skin, long shoulder-length black hair, Normal brown human eyes filled with kindness and mischief. Kindness and mischief and intelligence. And 2 small horns protruding out of his temples and curving back smoothly up and over his head. So they kind of like curve back over his head long shoulder length hair, combed back, and his horns just going back and up towards the back there. Okay, you have all arrived in Tribal over the last few days for various reasons. Are you scattered around the tavern at the moment, unaware of the path and destiny that will tie you all together? All right, so let's first start with what has brought you all to Tribal at this moment. We can say that you guys need money and you're in the vicinity knowing that the north is a wild place. A lot of towns need help getting rid of monsters and stuff like that. So you could be there for money purposes. Somebody could have sent you there for a specific reason.
Are we talking as a group or as individuals?
As individuals.
Okay.
Because you guys don't know anybody. You're sitting by yourself at a table. There might be people around you, but there's nobody. You're by yourself, and you're also by yourself.
Is there like a job board or something in the tavern, or is this just?
No, in the tavern it's just a meeting place for the tavern is one of the first taverns as you come from the south into Tribal on the right hand side of the long road. The long. All right. So it is located over. Yeah. So there's the Crypt Garden Forests. These hills in Everwinter Wood. So this is the general location of. But anyway, that's how it is. All right. Okay, so we can just say that you're all mostly there for. What are you guys there?
We're looking for a bank. I need my money.
I'm his protection.
The money that my parents put away for me. I'm sure it's somewhere in a bank.
Okay.
Somewhere in the realm, and
So
we're
you
looking
guys
for
won't
that.
know, but we're kind of friends. And
Yeah,
I'm his protection.
We're like
Yeah.
So
friendly
he
suicide.
convinced me to go along,
You two
but
know
I
each other.
just went for the beer in
Yeah.
another town.
So I'm looking for the bank.
So, standing in the corner, there's a snow leopard standing on his hind haunches. I'm wearing completely red, and it's all just strapped to me to just make sure that nothing flows or moves or whatever. Even some like on my arms to make sure that my hair that's covering the body with like spots and stuff don't move. And I'm standing there waiting, or just watching the vicinity.
Just viewing the people.
Yes,
and
seeing if
do
somebody
you have a
has,
drink in your hand or anything?
Yeah, I have a drink in my hand. I'm basically waiting for somebody to either hire me or approach you.
That's my first action is gonna be.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to you guys. You guys can describe yourselves and what you're busy doing.
Oh well, we're in the bar, right?
Yeah, we're in the tavern.
So he tried to get me to go along because he wants to find the banks to find out if there's some fortune left for him, which I think there's not. But we're friends, kind of grudgingly, because he's an elf, I'm a dwarf. Can't really be friends.
What do you look like?
I am a fairly heavy-set female dwarf, 160 pounds of muscle, dark brown skin, mithril eyes, grey hair. I'm a hill dwarf, but my name is Battlehammer. So the nice flaming, not flaming man.
Foaming.
My medal,
Foaming.
my medal is hanging in the middle, and I'm just very badass, hanging around trying to look scary, and then standing nearby my friend.
Okay, so firstly, what I look like. I've got piercing golden eyes. I'm not what you'd call big. I'm fairly thin for a high elf even. Okay, it's a fairly lanky little high elf. I look pretty poor. The left side of my everything is bald and hairless. The right side I've got flowing, beautiful, just to make sure, yeah, shoulder length black hair. Okay, and then my skin is like a nice high elfy, healthy high elfy like bronze. And what I'm doing, we're in the town. My parents left money for me somewhere, and I have to find it. Somewhere in a bank, there's freaking money, and along the way, I have to freaking find dragon skin. Dragon skin?
Yeah, well, you don't have to talk about it now. We'll get to
But
it.
what I'm doing is, obviously, I'm looking at the panther going, no animals, just being an idiot. Just being annoying. I'm pretty much waiting to get slapped.
It looks like I'm continuously fidgeting. Like I'm.
Not staying still. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like my body's. I'm doing stuff in my hands and.
It looks deliberate there.
Yes, and then I would walk. I walk like up to like. Let's say 10 centimeters apart, and I'm like, how much?
Wow. Ooh.
I'm not doing anything until you
Yeah,
get into
that's
real
good.
trouble, so you're on
For
your
what?
own.
How much for what?
I walk back and I just go sit down again and drink.
All right, well, let's go to Alex. We're not mentioning names just yet. We'll get to character names as we introduce.
So, at this point, I mean, like, I'm sitting at the bar, but at the corner where the light doesn't quite shine on. And I was just admiring this situation, what happened. And thinking to myself, what just happened? So, I mean, I'm obviously a human. I'm about 5'8". So, not super tall, but also not short. Same kind of guy, well built, not too big. I'm wearing leather armor, almost. It's more like a rogue assassin type uniform. So it's quick for movement, and stealth, and that kind of operation. At the moment, I'm just sitting there, observing, keeping quiet, keeping to myself. I do have a beer with me, obviously, and just observing my surroundings.
And what color is your skin?
I'm, what was it? Grey, colorless. Yeah, with brown hair, dark hair, and brown eyes.
Perfect for the shadows.
Right?
All right, and Keaton, what are you up to?
Yeah, so I walk in, a human, white, about 6'7", and blonde hair, blue eye, up to the bar, lay down a gauntlet, and ask the bartender for a glass of milk.
All right, the bartender kind of looks at you a little strangely, but he sees your uniform, kind of nods his head and puts out his hands and he says, 2 coppers, please. So,
Give him the 2 coppers,
all right, thank you. And then
and I stare at this gauntlet that's in front of gauntlet in front of me that is on the bar table, and just look at it with like a daze.
all right, the bartender heads to the back to fetch you your unusual order. Then describe yourself a little bit whilst we wait for the bartender. What are you wearing?
So I'm wearing some chainmail. I look a bit beaten and bruised. I have quite like a slash on my chest, but it looks like it's healed. It's got Band-Aid on and healed and everything. And I look like I've been in a bit of a scuffle with dust all over the place, all over my chainmail and my boots and that. And I'm just basically sitting at the bar staring at this this gauntlet that I got, and I look tired and waiting for my milk.
All right. Okay. All right. So the tiefling comes back and with your glass of milk, and he just slams it down in front of you and looks and there's like just taps you on the shoulder.
I start purring as I see the milk.
Right. So now, okay, a teenage boy, well built, with fair skin, dark, shortly cropped hair, wetly pasted to his forehead, comes rushing in out of the rain. He's wearing a basic brown, discolored cloth shift covered in black scuff marks, leather pants also with black scuff marks, and a leather tool belt holding his shirt and pants tied to his waist. In the tool belt, you can clearly see a smithy's hammer and some other basic tools. pliers, tongs, and punches and stuff like that. He rushes up to the bar, ducks underneath the section of bar that you used to open up. He doesn't open it. He's in a bit. You can see he's rushing and he wants to get behind the bar. He rushes up to the tiefling. The tiefling bartender just stops what he's doing and he approaches the boy, claps him on the back in friendship as he bends down to listen as the boy whispers something in his ear. The tiefling says something back in just as quickly the boy had entered, he rushes back out into the cold and wet morning. As the boy leaves, the tiefling looks around the bar. He scans the crowd with his piercing eyes, falling upon each of you in turn. You see him call over the two young serving boys, handing each a letter, and then subtly pointing at each of you. The serving boys run over and give you the letters. All right, so let me.
I kind of feel like when he looked at me, he went, ew.
Just pass me that yellow file behind if you don't mind. You go. Thank you. So you each get one of these basically, but I've only printed one. Keaton, I'll show you now. All right. Sorry, let me close here. Sorry, Keith. All right, you can read that, hey?
I
What did you do?
immediately walk
Oh,
to
shit, did you do that?
the line trim mentioned.
It was a bad idea.
Let's just let everyone read it and then we'll
Let me see.
It's a beautifully drawn map there. Good job. I like the M workshop.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
We were in the tavern.
yeah,
No?
in the tribal arms,
Oh, yeah.
south. Go up like that.
Trouble arms, there you go. Yeah. Going to the lion.
All right. So I assume. Okay, what's everybody doing? I'm assuming you all kind of make your way out.
Yeah.
I immediately just crumble up the letter and give it back to the barman, and then I just walk out.
What's everyone else planning on doing?
Well, I'm happy in a bar, so it depends what small little weak elf man is doing.
Small little weak elf.
Ouch.
What do you have to say? What do you guys discuss? What do you say to each other?
Literally all I'm doing is I'm pointing at the giant cat going,
No! No! So
all
at
I'm
this
doing.
moment, I think it might be the right time then for. I'm not the most. I didn't look around a lot when I came in. I was like, beer, we need beer. So when he started staring at this thing in the corner, I didn't look. But now, I looked and I'm not happy. I don't like cats. I really don't like cats.
Jeez.
this is
So
a
I
good
started
start.
hiding.
We're off to a great start here.
I started hiding behind little small elf man on the other side, on his bad side.
My left hand side.
Going like trying to be small, trying to hide my at least 10 kilos heavier body. At least I'm shorter or similar height, behind the tiny elf man. Just kind of kept taking cues from him if we're staying or leaving because something needs to be between me and the cat.
I'm pretty much screaming, hey, cat, cat! Oh, if he's going, we're going, and I'm walking behind. I'm like just following the panther.
I immediately
So
stop and get like very close again. It's like, barbarians don't call me cat.
It's good to know.
And then I walk away.
Cat, cat!
Okay.
Yeah, well, yet again fascinated by the interaction there. Yeah, I'll also read the letter and put it down, finish my drink, and I'll make my way out.
All right, Keaton.
He's become a map.
So I follow the crowd out after my milk.
All right, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's a wet and rainy day. I hope you have your hood up.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, fantastic.
and
Fantastic.
okay, so as you guys are walking, all kind of dribs and drabs, with what they, okay, you're not sure what he is, but whatever this creature is walking in front of everyone. As you guys go, you see, you kind of see like plastered on the walls all around, a bounty poster. Basically, it's the same poster, almost erratically pasted all over the walls, all over the show, and also like bit of the paper. I mean, paper has a bit of, it's like it costs a bit. So I mean, whoever did this.
Put some money into it.
Put some money into it, obviously. On the poster, it basically says "Help wanted, missing girl." For more information, please inquire with Trey Thornton at the Ever Wyvern House, Southeast Tribal. Reward 100 gold pieces. All right.
Gold, yeah.
All right. So you guys continue walking to the Lion's, what's the place called?
Lion's share.
The Lion's Share.
Help me!
Alright, so you guys continue to the Lion's Share. Alright, so as you enter, it's a general store. It's got everything from weapons to backpacks, rope, anything you need for a good adventure, even mining equipment and a bunch of, just a lot of, it's a general store, I suppose, if you could call it that. As you walk in, you see a very beautiful lady. I think you all kind of walk in drips and drabs, but whilst everyone's browsing, you see a lady. Give me 2 secs here, whilst I get my things in order. All right, yeah. So you see this beautiful lady. Typical blonde hair, blue eye girl, standing behind the counter, just watching as you guys enter. She kind of has this air of knowing what's happening, and she kind of disappears around the back. And then all of a sudden, a very handsome young man, dark-skinned, black, very black hair, like short cropped at the top with quite a bit of a mullet going down the back, but it's classy, yeah, it's stylish, and he's wearing white cotton with silks and a big kind of. You can see he comes from a family with money, and you can assume that he's the owner of the establishment. As he sees you coming in, he's the first person you see coming out the back, but then behind him is a dwarf. Very unusual size for a dwarf, blonde hair, big beard, 2 massive iron rings woven into his beard. He's very quite dirty, with with black marks on his face, and big blonde blue eyes as well. He's got a leather apron on that's dirty and scuffed, also black and whatever. As you guys enter, he's, "Oh well, you all took your time. Where have you been?" And then he kind of goes, and he's quite forward. He rushes up to you since you're the first one, and he's not shy. He grabs your hand and he says, "Gilrim Forhammer, how are you doing?" "Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hi, Gil. Oh, look who lovely lass."
But still hiding from the cats.
"I'm Gilrin.
Hi.
Who are you?"
Halia.
Halia. That's a beautiful name, Halia. And where do you be from, Halia?
Halia from the south.
From the south, Halia.
But you can call me yours.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Halia. And you are this.
I immediately turn my right inside and go, "Hello, I'm Kelter."
Kelter. Nice to meet you, Kelter. I'm Gilren. Gilren Fohammer. Well, he kind of wipes his hand on his apron, even though his leather apron is probably.
More Asian.
I want to say much more gross, but
Yeah.
probably not.
Yeah. And then he kind of goes up to you, Gilren, you are?
I'm Bedrick.
Bedrick, nice to meet you, Bedrick. And turns to you, Keats, and this strapping young fellow, who are you?
I'm Doge.
Doge, don't look so sad, Doge. You look like a man who's been through a couple of scraps.
Yes, I have.
Everything all right, boy?
I was wondering, can you do a price evaluation on this gauntlet? And I lay this gauntlet down in his hands.
Okay. I can tell you one thing is for sure, boy. If I were you, I would not get rid of this. This is a fine piece of work. Ancient. But I'll have to take it back to the shop to do some tests. But I can definitely sense there's something about this gauntlet, boy. Didn't know what to offer you just yet. If you give it to me for a couple of days, I'll get back to you on that.
I'll just grab it from him and say it's okay, thank you, and put it in my backpack.
All right. That's not a problem, boy. But if you change your mind, you know where. Well, I'm not going to tell you exactly where. But yeah,
You can find me at these
Yeah.
not at my workshop. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and whilst this is going, the tall human that's also standing there, the girls kind of stayed at the back, so it's just them two at the front there. He's quite tall and regal, but also with a friendly smile on his face, kind of just looking at you and just analysing and just watching. And he kind of says, "My name's North. It's a pleasure to meet you all. You must be." He looks at the.
Just on that note, the moment he says that, I want to scream out, "It's North to meet you!"
Well, Kelter, it's North to meet you too.
Yes! Instant friends.
I'm just doing like.
You just see him crack a smile, and he just shakes his head and yeah. So North kind of turns to this creature who's standing closest to him and says, "You haven't said what your name is."
Sassoon.
Session1. Session1, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm North. All right. I hope you all. You obviously all got the letters that old. I also need to remember the name down. Old Gelrin has sent his little lackey to send to you, give you. I'm sure that's the reason you're here. So basically, we asked the bartender at the Tribal Arms just to keep a lookout for people who have something about them, and just to send them our way. We might have a small proposition. Gelran and I are planning on starting a new venture together. Things are happening in the West. Places are opening up and mines are opening up. So I was wondering if we needed some people to help out. Okay, so basically, what the gist of it is, we need okay, so Galran kind of steps in and he kind of explains. No, just let me tell the boys what's happening. So, and this lovely lady over here.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So we've got a wagon that needs transporting to the west, to a small town called Fandlin. It's a couple of days journey, about 6 days, and we need some strapping lads and lasses to escort our wagon.
How much?
How much do you?
Many words.
Yes, straight to the point.
Yeah, you caught me a bit of surprise there. No, I'm joking. I know how much.
And at that point I want to scream,
Well, you said 100
he
gold,
asked me that too.
When he spoke, I jumped
Well,
like
it seems to
two
be the
minutes
standard phrase.
Well, I'll offer you 10 gold pieces each, so 60 in total. To transport, it's an easy job. The roads are it's some trouble. I won't lie to you. There is trouble along the roads, and that's why we need some protection. There's been talk of goblin patrols and bandits. So we need you. We need some strapping people to help us out.
6 days of
I shall
travel.
help you.
That was easy.
Doge, Doge, you're a man after my own heart, a man of
A
action.
loyal boy.
I salute you, Doge.
These terms are acceptable. When do we leave?
Early tomorrow morning, before the sun rises, whilst everybody's still in their beds. We want this to be on the quiet. You see, I know of a mine that's opening up that side, and it's gonna bring a lot of value into the area. So I want to keep it quiet so that we are the first people who set up shop. If you understand my meaning, Narth and I are gonna supply goods to Finland, mining gear and other supplies, food and etc. Whatever the town needs, we'll be the ones to supply them. We're gonna make a good coin, and perhaps if you guys do a good job, I might have some more employ for you, some more work.
Well, I think at this point I kind of dodgily look at the cat man, like trying to just eye him, see if he's gonna move, and then are you coming with?
Are you coming with?
To the dwarf man, obviously.
Yeah, no, Narth and I will be heading out. We'll be going out ahead. We got some business to sort before the wagon arrives. So we're gonna rush over that side and sort out our business before the wagon comes.
Obviously looking sad. Now-
Don't worry, lass. I'll be there when you arrive. I'll be there to greet you with a smile and a warm plate of food and a big mug of ale.
Yeah.
Big
Changed.
I'm still a cool dwarf.
So what are we transporting?
Well, the wagon will only contain the basic supplies to start off with. A couple of sacks of flour, casks of ale and salted pork, a couple of shovels and picks, crowbars and lanterns and the such, and 2 small barrels of oil. Yeah.
At this point, I would while he's kind of going on the explanation tangent, I'd like to ask the more regal owner of the shop if they have any dragon skin or katakuda.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you and he kind of looks at you a little bit stumped. He goes, "What exactly is dragon skin?"
Well, if you don't know what it is, you probably don't have it. The other word for it is katakuda. It's a herb, and it's there to cure certain shivering ailments.
Sorry, my friend. I don't stock this. Is it a drug?
I think it could be described as a drug, but I think it depends on how you use it, because it doesn't necessarily affect you internally. I guess it's more an external effect. Yeah, you put it on your skin. You don't drink it, and it makes you feel better.
Well, unfortunately, there aren't what I would call qualified apothecaries in town at the moment. Your best bet would either be to try the Harples in the north and Longsaddle, or head back down south to Waterdeep, and even Neverwinter to the west might have. Unfortunately, we don't have any of that here. It sounds foreign.
Do the Harples by any chance owe you a favor?
We're on good terms, but no, they don't owe me any favors.
Okay, fine. I guess gold will do.
Alright.
And I kind of just mumble back towards the rest of the shop and listen to the conversation that's going on about the trip further. Probably missing most of it.
Alex, what
No, I just want to know who we're transporting.
By the game, hoeveel gaan ons inkomen soos rations en sulke goeders vir die pad? of
Yeah,
so?
so make sure, obviously in your packs you got a certain amount of rations. On one of the character printouts that I gave you, at the bottom left it will tell you when you've last eaten. And you can also deduct, I think most of you should have 10 days worth of rations.
Yeah.
I walk up to him and I look around the room, and then I'm fidgeting again, and I'm just like, 6 people, 15 days of rations.
6 people, 15 days rations. Alright, let me go and do some calcs.
I don't like the cat man, but I'm starting to like the cat man.
I'm still slightly frightened.
At least he's quite a big cat, so that helps.
Yeah, because... Alright. I won't give things away.
And clearly speaks. So it speaks.
What are you doing, Keaton?
We need rations.
So we're getting a
How
ration
long
for
a
everyone.
trip did he say to get to that village?
6 days.
6 days.
At a normal pace. So
I've got 10.
5 for 6, and then for 15 days. So that's 450. Let's see. So that's going to be 45 gold.
Look so.
Sheesh.
Or is it 4.5? No, I think it is.
I think I'll hunt.
Alright, no, for you, I'll give you a good price, I suppose, because you are transporting for us. So let's do these calculations again, I suppose.
Let me just find out.
44 gold.
Not that much.
Alright, 20 gold. That's the best I can offer you. I am still a business, of course.
Anyone with a persuasion?
I could give it a shot.
I'm not the most charismatic person. It's just,
I have some
especially
charisma.
not on my left hand side. So
Just turn sideways.
What's that maybe?
So are you guys gonna take rations? But I mean, what do your packs say? What do you have in your inventory?
I think I have 10 days, so I actually just need 4 more to be safe.
Where do you see that? Oh, here we go.
But I start fidgeting again, and I'm just like, included.
Included.
And then I look at all of them.
Yeah,
and
included.
I go, yeah.
It's
No,
it's total. So that's 20 total, 20 gold total. So
Oh, okay.
you have 20 gold between all of you, then that's enough for 4 days rations, or no, for 10 days.
I now
for 15
feel how
days
it feels to be misunderstood, but that's probably part of it.
He looks at you with a bit of a dump, like a weird expression, like what? One word. Oh yeah, no. Total, yes, total. 20 gold. I mean, for 15 days of rations, that's better than you're gonna find anyway.
So I'll find this now. There we go.
Pull out a little satchel and put down 20 gold.
Did you put down 20
for
gold?
everyone's ration.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
someone's floating in the gold here.
All right. So
Yeah.
so you can add 15 extra days of rations to your current total.
Where is the total? I didn't see it.
Just write down. I think you should also have 10 days worth of rations.
Where about?
Look in your inventory. Maybe on the next page or the page up.
Mine was in this bottom block.
Equipment.
Yeah, so if you read
Yeah.
one of the...
Sorry, under equipment. Yeah.
I don't have I don't start with ration.
Yeah, I put like 0.
Okay.
Attached to
Well, now you have
backpacks.
15 days worth.
Yeah, now I've got 15 days worth.
So just write down 15 there, and then
Which one is it?
that's gold. So that's
Okay.
gold, copper, and
So just
etc.
message that 15 in
Yeah,
there
so
somewhere.
15 on the side there. Oh, thank you. And then he kind of grabs your gold. Thanks. And he kind of goes to the back, and he just tells.
Well, thank you for that.
I take the rations. Can we already find the wagon?
North turns to you and says that the wagon will be prepared. Don't you worry. Meet us. So firstly, are you all in accord? Are you all going to take
I
the
don't
job?
know how much gold I have.
It should be on the page. On
I
on
was
the first
also
page.
I was also trying to
On the
find
equipment.
it.
On D&D Beyond. I'm not 100% certain.
Yeah, no, maybe there.
Yes, I've got 15 one-day rations, baby. I eat like a king. For me, for my character.
Do you find it?
Culture is like, hell yeah, I've never had this much food in my life.
I don't even think you have 20 gold, to be honest.
I've never seen this much food in my life. Culture is like the happiest high
But-
elf there's ever been.
He's jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Super
Very
excited
weekly,
for the
man.
next meal.
He's like, holy shit, look at this food. Is this how the normal people live?
I don't think I have. I'm gonna.
No, that's okay. We'll assume that you got it from that one person that we mutually know.
Ah,
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So North explains. So you're all taking the. So are we all in accord? Are you all happy with the agreed upon sum?
sure.
Are you all happy with the job description? Straightforward, right?
Okay, it's right at the top of equipment currency. Just
Cool.
for.
All right. Well, just add 0 to your currency, Keats, because after that you're basically bankrupt.
Like, thanks for sponsoring.
Yeah. And you all still have what you have. All right. Okay. So that now that we're all in a call, let's shake on it quickly, and I'll give you more details. Shake, 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 shake. All right. So the wagon will leave tomorrow before the break of dawn. You'll find it on the Tribal Trail, heading west out of Tribal. Just about a couple of miles down the trail, at a forest called Gwayren's Slumber. So you'll find us. We'll be waiting there for you, and make sure everything's okay, and we'll watch you go, and we'll head out around about the same time. Obviously on our 2 horses, and you guys will follow at a slower pace.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever watched the show called Spelling Bee, but it's basically it's spelling fictional stuff.
Yeah.
And now I was just
Gwayren's.
like, how do you spell Quairen?
Gwayren. Well, yeah. Don't worry too much about that. All right. So, is there anything else? Do you guys need any equipment or anything? It is a 6-day journey. It's going to take a bit of time.
I can prepare.
All right. I think there is something I need to mention though, and then Gelrin kind of looks up at him, and then North kind of looks back, and it's like, and he kind of looks at Gelrin. Gelrin, I think you should tell them rather. It sounds better coming from your mouth.
Oh wow. Oh shit. I knew it. There's something.
Well, you see, 3 days out of Tribor, you'll come to a small hamlet, or you could call a village perhaps, called Conyberry.
That does sound good in Dwarvish. Kind of better.
Well, firstly, let me give you a brief description of the trail. It's pretty bland, and you'll see a couple of forests around as you go, and a pretty open wilderness. Not much between here and Fanland. It's quite the journey, but it should be okay. I don't think anybody will mess with a group like this, a band of adventurers like you yourselves. Anyway, let me tell you about Conyberry. It was razed to the ground, and nobody knows how or why or when. And there are rumors. I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard from other travelers coming into Tribor from the west, talking of a pit in the middle of the town filled with skeletons, and people having awful dreams, waking up with terrors. I wouldn't recommend sleeping in Conyberry. I'd travel on through or camp a couple of miles out. Just my recommendation, though.
destroying skeletons are extra.
No, well, nobody's been attacked by skeletons or undead, but there's rumors of screaming and people hearing voices. And
At that point, I'd like to try and remember, using history, if I can remember anything about that specific town from when I was actually at the Mage College.
make a wisdom. No,
History is one
check.
of the...
Yeah. What's the history check?
Mine is plus intelligence, so it's plus 5.
Intelligence. All right. Yeah. Roll.
So I got a 13. So 8
Alright.
plus 5, so 13.
Sweet. Okay, so yeah, you've heard of Coneyberry. You know that it's used to be a woodcutters village, and there were a couple of small farms and where they keep livestock and just small fields of corn and wheat and basic farmland.
Nothing cool and interesting.
Nothing too cool or interesting. History-wise, you know that you got a vague remembrance that there was something about Coneyberry. But it's on the top of your head, something about something happening just outside Coneyberry, but it doesn't come straight to you just yet.
Oh, cool.
All right. Where were we? What's next?
You're basically telling us not to sleep there.
You were gonna give us more money if we kill skeletons.
Yeah.
And I kind of wink at the leopard.
Well, if there are any skeletons, I ain't paying you to kill them. I recommend you get your asses out of there. They're slow buggers. They won't.
And that's coming from a dwarf.
No, look, if you want to, you can give it a bash, but just get my goods out of there. I don't want. All I'm worried about is my goods. Just know that you don't get any of your money, and you have to reimburse me 130 gold if the wagon doesn't arrive safely.
Paying us 60, you have to pay me back 130.
Well, not 130. I'm paying you 60. You pay me back 60. So half of 100. So now you know the wagon is worth 130 gold. In total with all its good. So you're gonna have to pay me back. I'll pay me back 70. Let's say 70 gold. If you lose my wagon. All right. Anything else, guys? And then North kind of turns out. Do you need anything? Do you need to buy anything? You guys all set?
I'm pretty much it.
So let's go on this adventure.
You have a very, very big hat.
Do I have a
Like
very
a sombrero big hat.
Yes.
That I might please have for the adventure.
Of course.
Since I'm protecting your everything.
Of course we do. We've got this khaki coloured.
Oh, that's what I've always wanted.
Khaki coloured. Almost looks like a cowboy hat. It's a little bit bigger though.
Yeah.
With a little feather popping out the top. And then
And I ask, is it waterproof?
it's not 100%, but it should keep a gentle rain off your head.
Oh,
May I please have that?
But we assume that you've got a cloak though, like a cloak with a hood.
I'm guessing more covering would be better.
All right, there you go. Okay,
Yes.
well this is 2 gold for this
gold.
for this hat.
Can I try and convince him to give me said hat, since I'm going to be risking my life and limb to get his future?
Well, make a persuasion check.
This is not going to go well. Persuasion, I think I'm in minus what?
oh jeez.
No, it's actually 0. Come on, give me the biggest roll in the world.
Hey.
It's
I think it's
18 or
either
5?
tilted or
It's either 5
5.
or 18.
I don't know.
What?
I think I might have to throw it again.
All right, go
It's-
throw it
it's-
again, yeah.
I don't know how, but it's on the side.
Yeah, throw it.
There we go.
11, so that's a no.
No, Wally, he kind of looks at you and he's like, well, since you are transporting, 2 gold is the full price. I'll give it to you for 8 silver.
At that point, I'm going to kind of go take out my little coin purse, start rummaging through it, and go, empty!
Well, I'm a business. I can't unfortunately give it to you.
I walk up to him very, very, very close again, and I'm like,
How much?
"You fight better with hat." But I'm still fidgeting and tying the bands.
I
and
say, I know go crazy with hat.
and I walk away.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it. I like gold more than your sanity.
Obi, no, please no, my girl, please no.
You can see one little rogue tear falling from my cheek onto the floor.
Oh,
From my right hand side though, not the left hand side.
Perhaps as a reward, I'll throw in the hat if you bring the wagon to Fandlin.
At that one, that sounds perfect. On a completely unrelated note, how much rain do you get around these parts?
Well, there's a fair bit of rain. I mean, we are heading into summer, well, spring, and with it come obviously the spring and summer rains. Yeah, the rain. Yeah, so there's a fair amount of rain. It depends. But a lot of clear days, a lot of wet days.
And I just kind of flick up a firebolt, look at it in my hand, and go, and I walk away.
I tell him, don't you fucking burn anything in my shop. It's like, and then he also kind of
a resigned sigh.
Yeah. The North kind of.
I look at them like the magic, like blood magic.
Oh hell yeah!
And the North is kind of like he you can see he's got this excitement. He's got this shine in his eye. He's quite amped for this little road trip that he's taking with Gelrin. And Gelrin, he's obviously just a dwarf, business dwarf, wanting to make money and whatever, and grow his lots in life. Anyway, if that's all, you guys can, we'll see you all tomorrow then. All right, all you fellows, sleep tight. It is at this point in time, around about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, we should go to the back.
So we have to find this Quirin slumber. That's where we're going to meet them tomorrow morning. Or is it back at the shop?
Quairins. No, you're meeting at Quairins.
I go.
There's curtain coin.
I go find Quairins and then the nearest tree, and then I sleep in it.
Okay.
I would like to go to curtain coin. Is the bank? I'm guessing.
No, it's Carton Coin.
Carton coin is that the bank? Is there a bank in this?
No, there's no bank. But you don't know that. I mean, I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh,
But yeah.
Okay. Hello, dog.
What was on the map?
Well, okay, I didn't know that, so I didn't see the map. But I would like to check if I can find, or ask the closest person I can find if there's a bank, with my right side facing them, not my left side.
All right. So as you step out of, excuse me.
You can hear children screaming and running.
Yeah, as you step out, you kind of get to this. Well, you're on the Evermore Way, and as you step out, there's a fair amount of people running up and down. It's early morning. People are going about their business. It's heading towards spring, so there's lots to do. A man kind of walks past, and you stop him, and he you see him start a little bit, but it's like, and then you see him kind of sniff, and then he kind of just looks like, I don't have any money for you.
I love that character. Sir, do you know if there's a bank in this little town?
No,
Beautiful little town.
There's no bank, but there are people who are willing to give out loans if that's what you're looking for.
Are they all in one?
Although, I don't know, looking at you, I doubt that you've got any backing to get a loan.
Very true. I'm specifically looking for a bank, so I go, thank you very much.
Alright.
Oh, go away. Okay. Can I look at the shop that we just left and see if any windows are open?
Yeah, windows are closed at the moment. It's raining, so there's one big glass window on the one side, but it has shutters, but they are open at the moment. And then all around you just see it's shuttered closed.
And have North and the dwarf gone home? Have they closed shop? Have they left?
So they kind of stayed behind. They're just discussing business for the journey. So they're gonna now go and prep for
keeping
for
an
the
eye
upcoming
on the shop.
Yeah, they're still there in the shop.
I'm
So
just
they
leaning on the
can.
fence, like,
So from obviously I can't see it, but from where I am, are they still looking at?
Yeah, the doors are open.
But are they looking at the hat where the hat is? Can I see the hat from the window?
No, the hat was
That was
behind the counter, kind of hanging on the wall.
So they will definitely see if I mage hand it away.
You can try, but the
chances are high.
Yeah, they.
Okay, so I'm just trying to kind of see the risk. So no, okay. They're standing right there. I'm not doing that.
No, they're standing right there. Keaton, what are you doing at this point?
I'm just busy shining my boots and cleaning. You said it's in the morning.
Yeah. So, but you guys are all
getting
together
my
now. Is there
horse
any
ready.
questions you want to ask? Maybe introduce each other or something like that.
I would like to walk up to the cat and go, "Hey cat, I can't remember your name, but my name is Coulter, and this is Helya. What's your name?" And I kind of shove her closer towards it.
I'm resisting because I'm heavier than you are.
I am trying to be nice because you're an idiot, but you do not call me Cat. My name is Session.
Oh, I go, brave
Just kinda punch.
words. Oh, I get punched. Brave words, and I go, "Okay, season," and turn around.
Alex, what are you up to? Oh, not Alex Bredrick.
Yeah, I was going to say. Who's Alex?
Who's Alex?
Who's that?
Bredrick.
Well, I'm just listening, obviously. Getting familiar with the names. Obviously, there's a bit of tension growing.
You're not saying anything.
Wondering what's going to happen after he's got cold season.
Nothing.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, then I just like slowly make my way more forward and I introduce myself and say, guys, I'm Madrid.
All right.
Hey! I'm just that annoyingly loud.
I'll
I go,
definitely scoot closer to your side away from the cat.
That's it.
but like as I say, "Hey," my funky ass breath and
No, it's
kinda
like, whoa.
walk towards you. Like, oh.
You're very gross elf.
Yeah, I'm
Jeez.
disgusting. I'll.
And Keaton, you any questions or anything you want to ask anyone?
I just look at everyone, looking a lot better than what I did yesterday at the bar. And say,
It's still the same day. It's still the same day. Yeah.
Is it the same day?
Yeah. It's 10 o'clock in the morning still. You guys have just.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
I was
closer
sitting
to
over here.
Yeah, I thought it was night.
No, I said it was morning, and if you listen to
sorry.
the
The whole
intro,
day.
Yeah, my bad.
it's 10
It
o'clock in
was
the
a long
morning.
speech.
Oh,
So are we supposed to be taking the wagon today?
The next morning.
next morning.
The next morning.
Next morning.
Remember, you guys, when you you need to somewhat pay a little bit of attention, but there was. I did speak about you can go find an inn to go stay or go rest or
Yes.
whatever and wait for tomorrow, or there is the wanted
The wanted poster.
Yeah, by bounty board.
the bounty poster.
Yeah,
Well, the bounty posters
that's true. I'm missing girl.
about the missing girl. Yeah,
Missing
well, the help wanted poster.
Okay, yeah. With it being still early, I think I go back to the poster and see if there's any extra information.
Well, the posters were kind of pasted, like I said, haphazardly
Oh,
all
okay.
over the place.
Does it say who to contact or?
Yeah, it says find Trey Thornton at the Ever Wyvern House, Southeast Tribal.
Okay.
That wasn't on the map, was it?
No.
South.
So I guess we go southeast.
Well, what do you guys?
Well-
You going to discuss it? Are you going to show everyone?
I'd like to follow him.
All right.
Yeah, because I take like a poster off the
Makes
one of the posters and just like start walking southeast.
I yell out, "Yo, so soon, where you going, man?"
I weirdly start fidgeting with the straps, turn around, wave the poster at her, and then go back to walking southeast.
That's it.
I don't like the cat, but I like gold. We must go.
Okay, I follow her.
That's it. I keep my
Nice steamy
distance.
breath.
There I go.
Keaton? Or not Dodge?
Yeah. He's naming all these people already now.
Sorry, yeah. I can't hear you, sorry, can't hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so I'll take the poster and go, is it Bedrick?
Yeah.
And say, do you want to go make some gold
Oh, absolutely.
before tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely.
Then we head off.
We can do it.
Enjoy that, guys.
Oh, it's funk. It's
Alright.
funk.
Okay, so it's the Ever Wyvern House is not difficult to locate. You guys find it pretty quickly on the southeast. It's as you head there, you can. It starts. The streets are quite muddy. The part of town that you're in isn't bad. It's the basic square. The houses are mostly stone and wood, mostly wood than stone. And the area you start entering to starts becoming more stone than wood, more upper class as you kind of head in towards southeast of Tribal. And there's a grove of trees, just standard leafy trees. With they're starting to bud. Or there are no leaves on them at the moment. They're starting to bud. You can see, and it's just bare, but you can see if the weather was better, it would be quite a pretty place. Very very upmarket. The ground is gravel, well kept, straight paths that kind of zigzag through this beautiful garden of trees, basically. And as you're going down it's on the Evermore Way, the road to this house, which is actually a I'll tell you now. It's an inn, but it caters for the nobility of the area. So you can already tell that it's upmarket. You see the sign for the inn on the way, pointing in on the road, pointing in, saying the Ever Wyvern House. So what do you guys do?
I think you'll reach it first because I'm hanging far back from you.
It's Daedric. Or
Beardrick. Sorry.
Daedric.
Magic, yeah.
I walk to you, it's like, the barbarian needs a bath, so he's not speaking. And then I walk up to them. I walk up to the house and...
Okay, who's going with him?
Are we all together now then?
Yeah, you all kind of. He's obviously
In the
ahead.
front, yeah.
You and Doge were following,
I'll be
kind of
on,
walking
yeah.
with each other, and you two also
Okay.
probably right at the back. Yeah.
All right.
I kind of look at it and go, do you want to inspect the outside, the area around a little bit?
Yeah, let's search.
Yeah. Go for a searchy poo.
All right. So you guys are going to search the area. You're heading in. What are you doing?
I suppose we're going to follow in as well.
All right. Are you both heading in? Hey, Doge.
I'll head in and look and see if I can find anyone to talk to and show the poster to
Yeah.
get more information.
All right. Okay.
I'll
So.
let
I'll let him walk ahead.
All right, so good. So those, as you walk in, you come into this, which is quite a massive common room area. There's quite a few patrons, not hectic, busy. It's very quiet in there. Very, you get the air of. It smells rich, basically. When you sniff, the air is perfumed. You smell good food and wine. And the people that are there are dressed in nice, fine clothes and silk. In the one corner, though, you see a man dressed in smart clothes, but it's got quite a few wine stains, and he's looking a little gruff. He's got a bit of a beard going at the moment, salt and pepper. He seems to be in his 50s. A couple of wrinkles are on his eyes. His eyes are bloodshot, and he's kind of just sitting there and... yeah, what do you guys do? You obviously enter first. Everybody kind of turns to look who comes in because it's not a busy place. They see you first. Susan, as they see you, there's this kind of a bit of a look, and the bartender kind of gives you a bit of, like, his eyes just go wide as he sees you. And yeah, what do you do?
Basically, as I walk in, I stamp my foot like loud, like hard against the floor, and hold up the poster and I say, anyone, like, announce loudly, anyone know of this missing child? Speak to me now.
All right.
Like beating around the bush, eh?
Your God has arrived!
I want info and I want him now.
So the guy in the corner that was disheveled looking, and he kind of looks up and he looks at you with like wide, surprised eyes, as if this is totally unexpected, almost like he looked like he was just going to spend another day in the cups, and he kind of calls you over, but just as he raises his hand, the bartender turns to Susanna and says, "Get out! Get that thing out of here! We want none of you in here!" And
Jeez.
yeah.
I'm outside. I can't do that.
I walk up to the bartender and stand like 10 centimeters from him. It's like,
All the patrons also just stand up as you walk in
How much?
and start like just look
and-
at you like threateningly.
and I look at the barman and I'm just like, my pelt is not for sale.
I don't care if your pelt's for sale, and we don't serve your kind in this tavern. You shall leave, sir, right away, please. We don't want any trouble here.
We can find this girl or I can leave.
Sir, I don't know what girl you're talking about, but I do not want you in my tavern. Okay, then all of a sudden the disheveled man is like, oh, wait, what's the dude's name?
How loud was this whole altercation?
Well, everybody inside kind
So
of.
did we immediately split off, or did we kind of just? Can I still hear this kind of screaming happening as we're looking outside?
No, you can't necessarily. The walls are quite thick.
Okay, so there's not even the slightest little.
No, you can't really hear what's happening on the inside. What are you guys up to? What are you doing?
We're looking around outside of it, investigate if we can see something
Yeah.
weird or funny.
All right. Okay. Roll
do you
perception, wisdom,
Investigation, or what are we looking
perception.
for? Perception. Okay. Both of us, one of us, both.
You can both roll, yeah.
Men plus not.
Or roll two with advantage, I suppose.
Okay, so
You can both roll. It's fine.
Bad thing.
both roll then. 18 plus 3, so 21.
Nice. All right,
I
so,
perceive a lot of shit.
yeah, so as you walking through town, as you come in, actually, there on the path towards the house, there is a place called the Pleasing Platter, which you see and you can smell is a restaurant. There's a lot of delicious smells wafting out of there, and looking at the building, you can tell it's upmarket, a lot of money. Not just anybody off the street will go walk in and eat there. And then as you're walking around the building, you spot quite a few windows, most of them closed, almost like a tower type thing on the left hand side. It looks like it was part of some old castle that might have been there long ago. It's quite ancient, but still looked after. The stones are old, but they've got nice, beautiful ivy like crawling up it, and there's also a big window at the top. Looks like it might be a room. It's about 3 stories, so the window is right at the top there, and all around it's glass window basically with the shutters are open, letting in the dull light of the rainy morning. But it's generally
So nothing out of the ordinary.
No,
no oddities like a broken window or footprints.
No,
or
there's
something
no
weird.
broken footprints all over.
But
going up
nothing-
and down.
No
But
footprints with a trail of being dragged behind them.
no, but often the distance just behind the Ever Wyvern house, you see what appear to be in the mist and haze. You manage to spot the start of what seem to be tombstones, and you assume is the local graveyard. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay. So the man kind of stands up drunkenly, and he looks at the bartender. Draven, please, man. They're here for me. Come, lad. Let's go chat outside. And he kind of he's like got this very sad look about him, and he kind of just almost grabs your hand, Susan, and pulls you out. Not looking for any trouble. He says, "Sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to cause any trouble." And he kind of walks out with everyone.
I don't know about the time, but I'm guessing the moment we kind of finished looking around, we started walking to the door again.
All right.
So I don't know when we get there, if it's after or before you guys get out.
They're probably
That's
out
all
by
you.
the time you're back. They're probably out standing there. All right. Hi, he's kind of like, you can see he's like very sad, but he's a little hazily drunk. It's still early morning, but he's been in his cups for a while.
Yeah.
His eye, it doesn't look like he slept. He's got dark rings around his eyes with big bags.
Sorry, the bar's name
And what is your name?
The Ever Wyvern House. He turns to Doge and he says, "I'm Trey Thornton. I was the one who put the posters up, and I'm assuming that's why you've come, barging in talking
So what
about
can you tell me
about a
about
girl."
this?
Well, it's my daughter, you see, Selena. Selena, she died from some disease a few days ago, and she's missing.
I'm sorry,
Died
what? Just
and
She
repeat
died
that.
and
I'm
she's
sorry.
missing. Hold up.
How many cups did you say you had?
I am a little drunk. Yes, I'd admit it. But I'm a grieving father. You must understand.
Dead people don't run. This mission will be easy.
Yeah. So you mean her body
At
was
what
missing?
point are we with them again now?
Yeah, you're there.
Okay, so we're there now.
Yes. As you say. Sorry. What's your name?
No, I'm Bedrick.
Bedrick.
Mm.
Bedrick. No, I'm as I said, Trey.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. If only under better circumstances. Yes. So as you say, her body's gone missing. We buried her. It must have been. What day? What day is it today?
It's the first. This
It's
the
a-
16th of
Which is the fourth day of the sixth day of the week.
Yeah.
6th day of the second week of the
1491,
month.
60 years compared to spring.
Yeah. So we buried her 3 days ago, and I went to the grave the day after, the second day, and it was dug up and she was gone. It just disappeared, and I've been searching and going around and looking, and firstly nobody gives a shit, nobody cares, but I've noticed that there were other graves that have been dug up with missing bodies, nothing in them. If you're able to find, I'll be eternally grateful, and of course there's a reward if you're able to bring her body back to me.
Well, I'll shake you and go, listen, Boot, have you ever seen, oh, no, have you ever seen, don't you see some footsteps around the grave?
There's many footsteps.
Going out of the grave, man.
I haven't noticed anything. Dwarf man, I'm sorry.
Oh, and I just start laughing.
I'm busy
uncontrollably.
shaking you, so just gonna shake you on and go, oh man!
I'm sorry, I'm drunk. You all look the same to me.
Excellent.
It's the beard.
Yeah.
I give the poster back to him, and where's grave?
The grave is as you come into the graveyard off the long road heading south. Actually, no, sorry. If you just go up the path to the okay, you're kind of facing north now. If you're looking north, if you go up the path, the first left, just after the farm, and he kind of points to a little farmhouse with a couple of crops, corn growing up front. And then just past that, you kind of see what looks like the start of a path. And he says, just follow the path there. It will lead you straight to the grave. As you go in, turn left, and it will be one of the first graves closest to the north side of the graveyard. You won't miss it. There's a big fucking gaping hole in the ground with nothing in it. And the tombstone will have my daughter's name on it. Her name was Selena. Yeah, Selena Thornton.
I will grab Trey's arm and say, "Don't worry, old man, and we will see if we can help you find your daughter's body. Just lead the way and take us to the grave."
Thank you, kind sir. You look like somebody who knows what's right.
Has it stopped raining at this point?
Yeah, it's at this point it's around.
So the sun's kind of shining.
No, it's still cloudy. It stopped raining. It's around 11ish, heading towards midday. And yeah, as the sun heats up the clouds, because it's heading toward winter and stuff. It does stop the rain a bit as it
So
evaporates.
obviously
some
with
of it.
the massive relief I have with the rain stopping, I kind of flip off my hoodie, start hopping, skipping towards the graveyard, yelling back, "Come on, Puss in Boots, let's go!"
I follow him.
Okay,
I'm
well,
angry at this man, but I'll also follow his
no, well, Captain, just roll a persuasion check to see if you can get Doge, just roll a persuasion check to see if you can get a Trey to follow you, or to show you where the grave is.
Persuasion. How do I roll it now?
You
Do I
should.
click on one of these strength, dexterity? Do I click? I'm on the D
Yeah.
Beyond.
Yeah, you roll a d20 and then you add your persuasion modifier.
But you can just click on the.
oh yes, if
the
you're on
value
D&D
there.
Beyond.
You should just be able to click on the value, and it will roll.
Roll. Let's say 15.
Yeah. All right. So he's like, he kind of looks at you, and he's like, in his drunken stupor, he's like, I'll show you. I'll show you where it is. Just follow me. I didn't catch your name, good sir.
It's Doge. Now show me where this grave is.
All right. Follow me.
As Doge walks past me, I just I stop him by the shoulder and I'm just like, I don't know if drunk man will help.
So I say we can always use him to fill up the hole.
And with that, he's sober.
That's it.
That does not seem to be off the Lithani.
Chewy.
All right. Is that you don't reply to that? You just keep quiet.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Say that again.
That does not seem to be of the Lithani.
The?
Lithani.
You're maybe right.
I think I give up with that and just follow the group.
No. All right. So the Trey kind of goes. He kind of like goes ahead.
Oh, sorry, can I try and check if he was honest of killing this man and throwing him in the grave?
Yeah. Roll.
And I roll.
wisdom
I
section.
roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, because you can't tell.
5.
Yeah,
That's two brilliant rolls.
You
Beautiful.
you believe what he says.
Yeah, like, cool.
okay.
Okay.
You meant it.
So you believe what he says. All right. So you guys, Trey kind of leads you by the hand.
I walk in between the drunk man and the knight, the Doge.
Doge. All right. So you guys are you behind or ahead?
I think he walked
Yeah, I
first.
started
All right, you've just gone.
I skipped ahead.
Like you just followed behind. Yeah. All
I'm the
right.
last one to go, so I'll keep my distance.
Keeping the rear. Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys head out, and Trey kind of in the middle there, and he's just directing you at the right. No, I mean left, and then you kind of go.
I'm
And
just
then,
in the front going, hey, what, where, what?
he's just like showing.
Hey.
Yeah.
The first moments of bliss in a very long time.
Yeah, he's just like he doesn't know what the fuck's going on with this character. He just kind of looks at Doge and he's like, "Please, sir, if you could just tell that disgusting creature to keep his mouth shut. I very much appreciate. I'm a grieving father. I don't mind helping you, but there's a point, and I appreciate the help you're giving me, but I'm offering a lot of money here. I expect good service." Anyway.
Because that's we get the
Suddenly
best
very,
service.
very sober.
Yeah.
Alright, so he leads you to the grave, stumbling and falling. He doesn't care. He's just full of mud and muck and shit, and scrapes. And he goes up to the grave. You can see on the grave, it's empty, obviously clearly dug out. There's just dirt fucking piled everywhere. It's not like it was dug out neatly into a pile. It's just scattered dirt all around. And obviously the tombstone is still there. It says Selena Thornton on it. Reading underneath it, it says, "My darling daughter, you'll always be in my heart. 1475 to 1491.
Can I do an investigation check to
No,
see if if it was dug out with a claw or a shovel or what type of implement, and then secondly, if it was if it was kind of pushed out from the inside
Yeah.
or dug out from the
No.
outside.
I would also like him to help the investigation because I'm going to check the surrounding to see if there's any drag marks or wagon wheels or...
Yeah. Weirdness.
All right.
Oddities.
Roll a perception check.
Perception.
With advantage.
With advantage, because he's helping. So roll 2.
Well, 20. So,
All right.
I don't think I have to roll again.
Yeah. All right. So
I use it for the day. There we go.
as you investigate, your mind is clear. It's early morning. You're fresh. You've had your little run, skip, and hop, and you notice. Firstly, yes, the dirt is scattered around, but it wasn't dirt that's been pushed up and out. It was clearly dug. What you see as you go in closer to look at the rim of the hole, there are what appear to be claw marks. Or it could be fingers though, but it's
not like a shovel.
It's not a shovel. It was
Do we see
definitely
nails or
you don't. It looks like
clear nails?
ridges.
Okay, so it's not like a cat versus a dog where you can see the nails of the.
No, you don't.
Out.
You just see ridges with bare footprints, stamped in the dirt all around.
Barefoot or like
No, bare like
bare like man.
somebody.
Okay, I
somebody.
think that's an important
Yeah.
distinction.
Yeah, not very.
No, would appear to be human footprints,
fair enough.
small, definitely not man-sized feet, but all around the grave, and then a clear line where a body or something was dragged, and you obviously assume that it's a body that was dragged from the grave, heading south heading south down the graveyard, through the centre of the graveyard.
I ask Trey, how long ago was your daughter buried?
It was 3 days ago, Sir Doge. We buried her as normal. We didn't do anything strange. A cleric came and said a few words. My heart.
Did you bury her with any jewelry
No.
or ornament?
Yes. I mean, we're from a noble family. Of course, we gave her some offerings for the afterlife, but nothing, no major family heirlooms or anything strange. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. A couple of rings and a necklace. My head's just a little fuzzy. I can't really remember. She was wearing. We buried her in a beautiful yellow dress, embroidered with a big flower over her heart. Her favorite flower, the poppy flower. Yeah.
How much of what he found did he share with us?
I shared. I thought it was Sherlock Holmes. I was explaining everything in the most rigorous detail, going, yes, it seems to be that there's this funky ass sticky man with
Getting in the dirt, like, getting even more dirty.
They've gone north.
Like rolling over like
South. They went south.
North. Wait, I'm upside down. South.
So we check south.
Checks out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well, I've been squeaking kind of around the grave, and when he said something about the drag marks, I kind of started like trying to follow him. Yeah, but very slowly because I'm only like 4 feet tall.
Alright, so
squeaking
you're
around,
taking the lead
so-
then. Hey?
Before I leave, I take a second to just bow at the empty grave, and then I leave.
Alright, so you're gonna take up the rear.
I'm still at the back.
Okay, so rear, second rear. Keaton, what are you doing? Or Doge?
Those.
I'll be following the drag marks as well.
All right, we'll put you third. So
Front.
Talia,
Hey,
Kelter, Doge,
Session.
Sisson, and Beardrick, in that order. All right. So as you guys following, you clearly see the drag marks pulling through, and it's heading down. As you go, you kind of get the with that roll as well as you're looking around, you see that there's a lot of furrows and deep ditches that appear to have been for irrigation, long neglected, left. There's a lot of water pooling in a lot of these areas. But as you move further south, you get to a.
Did Mr. Thornton stay at the grave?
No,
Or
well,
he's coming with us.
He's kind of following. I don't know what you want to say to him, or if you want to.
Should probably have sent him home by now.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get any
Sure,
gold if you
yeah.
die. Or something. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah. See you guys.
If he does follow us away from the gravesite, I can I do kind of just stop him, and then I walk further.
All right. He just kind of like looks at you, and he's like, he just gives you a nod of thanks, and kind of just turns around, and he just with his head slouched down, and
Back to the bar.
he just kind of heads back up, which isn't too far away. So he heads back to the ever.
Rule number
Wyvern.
1: protect the employer.
Do these,
That's
do
it.
these burrows look like something's been going in and out of them?
Well, as you're following the track, you do see one of the bigger ditches. So it goes quite deep. It's just like a muddy embankment with a bit of grass as it becomes. This is now at the edge of the graveyard. So the graveyard is here, maybe a good 50 to 100 feet further on. So it ends 50 and further south, 50 to 100 feet of grass, and then it goes down deep and then up again. And then from your vantage, as you're walking like this, as you just pass the last graves, also you notice other graves that have been dug up.
It's a fun sound.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was.
It might be Obram.
You can just jump in.
No, I think I just rolled the dice on the.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right, but yeah, so you do notice other graves at this point.
Can we inspect other graves?
Yeah. You want to go and
Is there a
inspect?
tunnel or something that we cannot see?
You can't see anything just yet, but you clearly see it dragging down into this deep ditch. Yeah, but you do want to inspect the other graves.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a perception check. So you behind now, obviously. Okay, 19. All right. So as
We're seeing a lot of things.
So
16.
16
16.
plus, yeah. All right. So as you're walking along, you're seeing a couple of graves, and you're kind of going to have a look, and then you see on the one grave a tombstone that's also been emptied, similar fashion, but this was probably a while back because the dirt is now a lot flatter, and the grave is still open though. But on the tombstone, it says Darren Cobbler. He was taken from us too soon, 1423 to 1418.
So another child.
Yeah. Well, yeah. From the date to you, that's
Yeah.
what you discern. And then as you carry on, then you see another similar fashion, also old dig out. On the gravestone it says Stephanie Lightfoot. Her laughter could light the blackest night, 1456 to 1468.
Another
Then,
tunnel.
as he goes on, you see another one. Okay, you guys, he's the one looking at this, so
Yeah.
he needs to tell you if he decides to. Ophelia Craddock, my daughter, why did you leave us so soon? Curse you gods. 1401 to 1405. And then Stanley. Then the last one that you notice, its tombstone says Stanley Helper, the bravest boy to walk the land. May the gods keep you. May the gods keep you. 1466 to 1474. All right.
So
Okay. So then I go to the group and I say to them, guys, I checked the other graves, and it seems like all these graves are opened up and it's all children bodies that have been taken. Not one single adult.
for how long? When was the first?
What was the date again for the first one that we saw?
1401
No, 1401.
to 1405. Yeah.
And the last?
I can't remember all the dates, sorry.
Well, the last is obviously Selena.
Yeah,
Selena thought.
And it's now 1491.
21, yeah.
100 years.
Old ass critter.
But the grave, you noticed, was recentish. It's not like the hole's been there for 100 years.
Yeah, okay.
So they pretty much took the bone. Theoretically, they took the bones out of the body. Yeah.
Well, I don't like it when people
Oh, okay,
not
so
like
so
the
it's
children, I'm angry.
it hasn't been happening for a while. It's just that they don't
Recently,
care
yeah.
at how old the body is.
No,
They haven't like replaced.
but so long as it's a child's body, that's what matters. So,
Okay.
Okay, well, angrily following the trail still.
so
Now
it's,
angry.
I'm just following her right now.
I'm squeaking and I'm angry
Like,
because
I'll
you don't hurt
protect her.
kids.
Yeah.
Um,
Especially since it was wet. Her arm was wet. Got it,
as we two are walking kind of behind, I ask you, why do you think they have trouble with mercenaries? They chased us out of a bar.
right. I
Thought
think
they
the trouble was
chasing
more
cat
specific to
person.
you.
Yeah,
Quite honest.
Do you think it's because I'm wearing red?
It might have played a factor, but I don't think it was the turning point. But don't
Just
worry,
don't know what it could be.
that will be a mystery to us all.
Yeah, make a perception check to see if
How good you lie.
to see if what he's if you understand if he's lying or not.
7.
Yeah. What's your modifier there
4.
for perception? I think it's in wisdom.
Perception plus 3.
All right, so 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you believe what he doesn't. He really doesn't know why they did not. Why they kicked
And I
you
don't
out.
want to like tell them to hurt him or anything like that, so I just play along.
Okay. So you guys are carrying on then, hey?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you get to the edge, you see what looks to be, it's steepish, so two things, one wider, the other slightly, probably a good meter across, meter not, like sliding, something went and sat down and slid down, and something else next to it, smaller, also sliding down the hill to the bottom, and then clearly down there you see what appears to be a sinkhole just on the side of the other ditch as it comes up. You see a sinkhole just on the south side bank as it crests up again.
So now it's like an entrance to a tunnel.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and you guys are standing at the top.
Okay. Alright.
I will pick up a rock if there is one close by and throw it at the sinkhole to see if it sinks.
All right. Well, firstly,
I need to
How
throw.
good you throw?
well, it's a good 50. It's a good 40 feet. So I would say roll
Meters, that's not bad.
roll
That's all right, yeah.
roll a d20 athletics, so strength. Roll a d20 strength and athletics. So if you got
15.
oh yeah, but
and
also
plus
sorry, roll disadvantage. So roll again.
3. Again.
Yeah, because it's far. It's 40 feet. So with disadvantage.
Fair enough.
16
So the first one.
plus
You,
3.
so the first one
What's
you
strength,
threw.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, 19 and 16.
All right. Yeah. So you easily reach the hole, and it goes in, and you just hear a wet plop, and it's quiet.
Does anything happen?
No, nothing happens. It's just.
Sinks.
It just kind of plop. It goes into the darkness. You hear a wet thud.
Yeah.
It's solid enough, but still it went in pretty deep. So as you see it go in, it kind of it disappears out of sight,
In the dark.
and you're still for a while, and then you hear another
Okay.
as it kind of plops and almost.
It's like a second and a half, maybe.
Yeah. As
Is
it
it
hits
like
in.
a natural sinkhole or is it like an old school tunnel where there's like rocks and stuff that's built?
It looks like a natural thing. So it looks like it's
Ground.
a
that
ground
doesn't drop.
that just fell in on itself.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But almost at like a bit of an angle, so like it's, you can see a bit of a slope, but then it's just darkness.
I might be the wrong character to do this since I'm from probably like a mountainy area, but can I roll history or survival to check if my character would know any creature that likes dead humans
And wet
um,
zombie.
Yeah, well,
and makes big natural holes?
yeah, well,
And has small feet.
roll. I think roll a nature.
Well, I'll assist you on that.
A nature.
Since, I think I could do the same. I think.
Okay, well, if they're assisting, then roll with advantage. Nature.
Does anybody have rope in their backpack?
No.
We all have 50 feet of rope in our backpack. 50 feet. Well, luckily they helped because one was a 1 14.
Alright. So you guys kind of discuss it with each other, and you come to the conclusion that based off of the tracks and what you've seen, that it is definitely something that's humanoid. The fact that it likes undead kind of points to it
Undead.
being, the dead, well, dead
Likes
bodies. Well, not
bodies,
undead, but
yeah.
it's obviously stealing bodies for something nefarious or whatever. The fact that it's stealing bodies, you know that it has to be some sort of creature that has power and magic at its disposal, because undead, usually what you do when you steal bodies is you create undead or some sort of animation, or you're brewing something.
Yeah.
So you can assume, not assume, but you come to a conclusion that it might be some sort of a witch or something along those lines.
Humanoid.
Humanoid, yeah. Based off of the fact that there's also claws and stuff.
So this is basically just like a big sinkhole with like a muddy end to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I would like to ask the group, is anybody here good with building some sort of trap that can snare something?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survivally type.
Concur.
If you're proficient at thieves' tools, you should be able to build traps.
And then I might also
Yeah.
kind of
Thieves' tools.
like to look around the group to see who has the biggest biceps. There's somebody that's nice and beefy and strong.
Well,
And,
that'll be.
point them out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's either Halja next to me.
I like obviously standing and flexing a little bit, so
Yeah.
tell my course.
Dojo Halja.
You know. But yeah,
Um,
Drag marks lead into the sinkhole.
for the snares, I can
Yeah,
build.
yeah. The drag marks you can clearly see as it hits the bottom. The big set, kind of the big slide set becomes feet again, and then the small thing still continues to drag through.
Do we have? Can you make me some sort of snare that, if something were to put a hand or a foot on said snare and we pull it, it'll kind of tie around something's hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a dexterity check
Okay. I'll go roll for that.
with proficiency.
Do you want me to explain the kind of the plan I have first? And
Explain
Yeah,
it first.
sure.
Explain it
So
first.
pretty much my idea is,
Hmm.
we take one of these nice ropes. We get 2 or 3 of us to hold onto the rope. Then we take a bag or a rock or anything that just partially looks like something. Put it kind of just beside the rope, and I'll use my one cantrip called. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Is it mage hand because you want to use mage
It's not
hand?
mage hand. No. I'm going to use my one cantrip called.
Read that word.
Well,
Shit,
prestidigitation.
that prestidigitation.
I'm looking
I'm going to use
Someone's
that thing
Prestidigitation.
to create. I can create an odd odor. I would like to create the odd odor of child
Decaying
corpse
child corpse.
decaying,
Fair enough. Yeah.
and then.
Try and draw it out.
Yeah, I'd like to create the odd odor of a child corpse decaying. That also lasts for 1 hour, and I can dismiss it as an action. I can cast it multiple times, a bunch of cool things. But then more importantly, I can also create the image of an object, such as a chair, money footprints, a small chest, must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, smell, other sensory effects. So I'd like to kind of combine those two, cast
Prestidigitation.
That thing, I
That's
can't
it.
say that. Word doesn't work. And then I'd like to cast kind of a dead child head at the end facing the hole next to the bag, so to kind of hopefully lure out whatever it is. Kind of go, grabby grab, and the moment it goes for the grab, we go, grabby grab, and we pull it out of the hole, and then it's go time. And by the way, while I'm explaining all of this, I've got the dumbest, like, Hannibal Smith A-team looking face ever on. Numbers falling down.
Right?
All right.
All the math equations happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to create a trap, you need to
A lot of
take
good rolls.
it takes a short rest. So it's gonna take about an hour to create something, and also the complexity of it and the strength of the trap is also dependent on how much the materials cost to make it.
Okay.
So
How much does rope cost?
Well, yeah, my idea was basically just a slip knot on a rope and we pull.
So, rope is 1 gold piece for 50 feet of it,
Okay.
and I have 50 feet of rope.
We also have 50 feet, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I don't
I
have.
think more than 50 feet is more.
We're
not
all
enough.
walking with like 50 feet
Yeah,
of rope.
it's shit ton of ropes.
We're not shorting ropes.
So yeah.
Okay.
So my point is, so now if you were to make,
Yeah.
it's only 1 gold piece.
Okay.
The difficulty for that creature to see it is going to be obvious for that creature, whatever, with its perception, because the DC, the difficulty class on it is going to be low.
All right.
So
So-
you can do it, but then depending on what happens to the creature.
The sheer hunger won't necessarily get the creature to kind of have a disadvantage throw because it's smelling and seeing and the absolute
Yeah.
appetite.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's also about.
It's also a piece of rope.
Okay, let's roll a couple of things here. Okay,
Yeah.
so
The weird thing about prestidigitation, you can
Yeah.
also make it taste like.
Yeah. I can use my second one and make the rock taste like a dead person. Alright,
So apart from that, the other option is what, to go in.
to jump in.
Yeah.
Before we actually do that, okay, I've got an idea. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but
Well, we're sending the
because
small
we're going to have
elves
a
away.
short rest anyway, and a short rest to me as an elf is pretty much a long rest.
No, 4
No, it's
hours
not,
is a
yeah.
long rest.
4 hours is
1
short
hour
rest
is
is-
still short.
I can. Shit, what? There's something that I can do with a short rest as well, but I can't remember what.
If you have like any class specialties, that usually restores on a short rest.
Yeah. I read something about a short rest earlier.
But you also get, I think, 1 hit
Damage.
die on a short rest, but I don't think any of us have put damage yet. And then I think you get also 1 spell slot.
That's that. I think I remember 1 spell slot, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
But I also don't think any of us use spells.
No, and I'm using cantrips now, so. What do you guys think about that plan? Yes?
No,
Wonderful,
Yes?
wonderful
Yes?
plan.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think the big bicep people should stand
They
near
will.
by the trap just in case.
alright, so you guys got your plan down.
Okay, so what are we rolling?
Alright,
As
So-
as,
so
as
it's going to
they,
take a short rest to set up
Okay.
everything. So firstly, you need to roll to create
as they are busy doing this, I take a half hour just to do my kirtan and practice.
Tai Chi.
Yes.
Alright.
Fantastic.
Thingy.
I'm good for now.
Okay, no, sure.
Okay,
No,
so
no, no,
roll.
no. I'm good. I'm good. I'll just bring it.
Luckily though, the trap can't be hard to make if it's easy to spot.
Yeah, I know.
So like,
So no, you
so
roll a
D20.
d20.
All right.
Please get a 20.
Yeah.
18.
18
Plus 4,
Shit, that's
so-
not bad.
Good job.
You easily make that boost. You're not difficult. Then
I was stressed about that.
you need to roll.
Should be.
You want.
Well, first, okay. So all this will happen within an hour, but within the same hour. Somebody needs to go. Obviously, set the
Set the trap.
bait and the trap. Yeah.
So you made the trap but didn't sit.
So who's got the highest athletics
Uh,
or acrobatics?
Kind of high.
Well, no, you're gonna need. Well, it's depending on if you wanna
my plus 5 on
How
acrobatics.
just
far
walk
can a
up or if
creature
you wanna
jump again?
stealth up.
Oh yeah, we can also
Stealth
who
is-
has the highest stealth.
Yeah,
That's
that
probably
might
more
be something we need to
important.
think
For
about.
this one.
Yeah, that'll be
But definitely not stealthy.
Yeah,
I'm squeaking
my
all
character
over.
is all about being stealthy, so
I'm trying to think, how would,
plus 5 on stealth.
if I cast Feather Fall at him and he has a stealth, would he just be able to go
Yeah.
Just to make this chance as good a chance as possible.
I like that.
Well, how many spell slots do you have, eh?
I've got 2 spell slots.
And what spells are you going to cast?
Both of the ones I want to cast are cantrips.
Alright, okay.
So then I have one more, but I'm still steep. How steep, how hard does this climb look?
It's not hard. It's not that steep actually. You could easily climb down.
Will he be able to easily climb down stealthily?
Well, yeah. If he rolls, he's not going to roll.
If he doesn't roll absolutely shite, then he should be fine, pretty much.
Roll your. Okay.
Alright, so you're going to use prestidigitation.
Press that thing.
Yeah.
I just, there's a few words I cannot say. My tongue just goes no. Prestidi. I like prestidi. I'm gonna do prestidi. I'm pressing the titty.
Prestidigitation.
Oh wow.
Yeah, prestidigitation.
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 That one.
See, it's a tongue twister.
And minor illusion.
And minor illusion.
Alright. Okay, so it's going to be the same.
You
Alright.
could just use prestidigitation to clean yourself. Why are you dirty?
Because it's a lot more fun. I actually thought about using it to soil you while you were watching.
Oh wow.
Or give you a little odor for an hour.
Wow.
Like going for a hug and then do that.
Oh.
I don't even know
you
what
guys
happened.
The thing is, I literally chose all of my spells more for the fun and the troll than anything else.
So, I literally don't even know what happens when you try to wash off prestidigitation.
Like nothing. I
it's,
think it'll just be the same.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
magical. So
Yeah.
it's,
Well,
it's,
the thing is, instantly clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. So I can clean
yeah,
a little bit, but it's a cantrip, so I can do my whole body.
Yeah, but you don't want to clean yourself.
No, I love being
No,
funky.
but you can't clean yourself. That's the point.
Also true. A little bit. I'm special.
Shame.
Well, it depends on what kind of shops I find in the places we come to next.
Control up.
Yeah, but that depends on whether you can wash or not.
That's true.
This is what?
Well, I'm just thinking there's a problem with the rain. So
Yeah, it is. That's why you
water,
want the big
I'm guessing water is an issue. So
You don't need to make a DC to deter. Okay, no, we will. Okay.
This pretty much says prestidigitation.
that's it.
Yeah.
Well done.
This one is
no,
a minor magical trick. The novice spellcaster used to practice. You create one of the following magical effects. Blah blah blah. If you cast a spell multiple times, you can have up to 3 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time, and you can
Yeah.
dismiss such an effect as an action.
Okay.
Range 10 foot. So I need to go fairly close to do this.
And you need to stay. And you need to stay fairly close.
I'm literally gonna do it and lie down on the floor. Just
Alright,
so it
but
doesn't see me.
first somebody needs to go set the trap. Okay, so make a stealth check if you're doing stealth.
Are the rest of us still on the hill?
Yeah, you're all still up there discussing his mate's little
Oh
Who set the trap?
He literally falls the
I like pull
shit
my face
out
down
of
this.
the earth.
Yeah.
So that's, but it's +5, so
Yeah.
7.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not so horrible. But
So as you try and 2 6s from there. See stats here. Yeah. So as you kind of go down, you start off quite well going down the hill, like you're tiptoeing. You look quite agile. Then just before you reach the bottom,
like,
with the last, you kind of trip over a loose rock and you face plant, but you do it quite elegantly. You kind of roll into it,
I like
but you kind of go, and you make a bit of a noise as you roll, and you get up and you kind of go towards the hole. But as you do that, you see all of a sudden, like you hear somebody's like an old frail voice saying, "Hello, is anybody there?"
Oh.
That chick gonna die. I throw a fireman.
And you see so it's midday now, it's still cloudy. It's around 12 now. You see this old lady from your vantage point, quite long grey hair, silver hair, really quite fat.
Is she in the hole?
But like, hey?
Is she inside this?
Yeah, she's like kind of stepping out of the hole now. She's kind of climbing out. Like she heard this. It's like, hello, is anybody there?
You're still on the floor.
Yeah, so she's approaching.
Yeah,
me.
you're-
But is he
No,
still
no,
on the floor?
you managed to roll and you're on your feet.
Okay.
But has he stood up?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still on his feet. Yeah, he's on his
So he's not. He hasn't rolled and kind of went.
No,
and he's still.
he did a roll, but he came up on his feet.
And
like,
immediately
off
stood
the-
up.
because he was like almost down, and then he's.
I wanted to make you look like a kid
Oh.
and see if. Charlie was down there and Charlie's face is going.
Make him look like a dead kid.
That's it.
But yeah, she comes out. This old lady with greyish skin, quite long grey hair, like I said, grey eyes, and wearing like quite a dirty dress, very basic blue kind of dress.
Idiot.
And,
Ooh,
and
yes.
she's like, "Oh, hello, dearie. Are you all right? I see you fell." And she kind of looks up and she can see. Oh, I've got visitors. Please come on down. And she kind of calls to you.
I walk down.
Charles either says what? No.
And then she kind of turns around and she says, "Come in, please. Come in for a spot of tea."
I'm not a kid, so let's go.
I hadn't looked like a kid.
She might think I'm a kid.
She
Yeah,
kind of turns
but we're
around
still
at
at
this
the
point and
trap
starts heading back in.
forward very cautiously, behind everyone else, just kind of going.
Okay.
Yeah, I just go into the hole.
Kind
Shit.
of.
Okay.
All right. So it is quite dark in there. You've got night vision.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. I think we did say
Yeah,
it.
it was in shadow. Yeah.
Yeah. And Keaton, Doge.
Blind as a bat.
I will also go down.
Oh yeah.
But you say the old lady has come out of the sinkhole.
Yeah, she came out of the sinkhole. Yeah. She saw everybody, greeted everyone, and then turned around and went back in.
Ooh.
So then I'll go down and I'll ask everyone, do you think it's safe?
All right.
Do we all hold hands and jump in?
You need a torch though, because you are not you're night blind. You got no dark vision.
As we walk past,
Right,
can I kind
I've got
of
candle.
hint towards him to hold on to one side of the rope, while I, with my better night vision, hold on to the other side of the rope as we walk down, just to kind of help. As
So you guys are all holding a rope together here. What do you do?
I think maybe just me and him.
All right, so you can see.
Just
All right,
to
but
guide
you've
him.
got- do you have a candle or something? Or does anybody have a
And if the
torch?
ship goes down, he can read me out.
with his adventurer's pack, you should have a torch.
Yeah.
I don't think he has an adventurer's pack.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well, I can then
Yeah.
just literally give my torch to him since I won't need it.
All right, so Jeffrey gives you a torch.
Sisu.
Sisson.
Sassoon.
I'm gonna call him Sus.
Very sus.
Yeah. Sus. This first, he is a little sus character. Okay.
I'm just. Well, I have 10 torches. I give him all 10.
Holy shit.
Okay, so he gives you. So add 10 torches to your pack. But now you need to light them.
I can do that. I cost Fireball. It's a cantrip. It's like
That's it.
But the other spell you have can also do it. You don't need to cast Firebolt. You can cast.
Hey, I'm enjoying my spells, okay? Into the air, go poof. See if I can hit a bird.
I think Prestidigitation does it, doesn't it?
I think prestidigitation can create a light source. I'm not completely.
Not a light.
No, I don't think it can create lights. Well, let's see. It says
But it's illusionary,
Can-
so I don't think it will make.
create an instantaneous, harmless.
No, but you
sensory
can
effect
instantaneous,
such as
instantaneously light or snuff out a candle.
Yeah, fair
torch,
enough.
or snuff
Fine,
out-
I'll use
Prestidigitation.
Press the vegetation.
Alright, and you've got a lit torch.
Press the
Doge.
vegetation in your torch.
This, yeah.
So he's just walking around blindly and suddenly gets stacked like 10 torches in his hand.
And one is I'm only letting one though, not a lot.
Okay, so he's got 10 torches now. Excellent.
Alright, so who's going in first and who's going
Well,
in last? What's the order here?
Well, is the lady already gone by the time we get down there? Or
Yeah, so she's already headed in. But you can hear mutterings now coming out of the cave.
Well, I was pretty much there already, so I'm just gonna keep walking.
what
You're gonna keep
type of mutterings?
just like it sounds like old lady mutterings. Right?
Oh, okay.
Somebody like
Oh, so she's muttering to herself.
Yeah,
That's
she's-
okay.
Yeah, you make me look bad.
Yeah.
Well, Tox was like,
Well, I gave both one.
yeah.
I don't know, I feel like we had a trap laid down and we should rather blur it out.
trapping old ladies.
My second one is throwing with a fireball.
You see, it was like
I mean, either way it was going to go down.
I tried catching up to her and ask her where the bodies are.
All right. You kind of okay. So she's down there. As you come into this, everything as you come in, you can see it's quite a steepish down, but navigable, and the walls are lined with all manner of objects, from bottles of loose eyeballs to the mounted skeletons of numerous unfortunate beasts. The stench of rotting flesh and sweet linger in the room, because rotting flesh apparently has a very sweet smell to it. Yeah.
You said that way too quickly.
I can confirm that.
There's a table in the corner with legs formed of gnarled roots and bone. The surface of the table is damaged by deep gouges and spattered with blood. On it sits a half-eaten raw rabbit, numerous bottles of curiously coloured liquid, and a crooked bloody knife. At the end of the room sits a roaring hearth with a thick iron cauldron. All right. And then also, as you come in, occupying the general common room area around the table, you see a herd of zombie children haphazardly bumping against walls and gnawing on animal bones.
It's just lonely.
So are we going to
So as you
blow
come
up the
in,
cave?
yeah, well, so as you come in and you
Move
ask
the
her where the
cave.
children are, she's like, where the bodies are. She's like, what bodies? I don't know what you mean.
As I see the child, I just say, mission done, and I walk out.
We found it, I suppose.
Would anybody like a cup of tea?
No, thank you.
I'd like to ask if she has any dragon skin.
Well, fair enough.
All right.
Wait,
so wait, she
is
might
there
have-
like any jewelry on how many like girls are there? Which one looks freshest? And is there any jewelry on that one?
Precious.
Yeah. So looking around, make a you don't need to make a perception. I think it's quite obvious. You see what appears she's not fully decayed yet. She can see she was emaciated when she died. She's quite skinny, with her yellow dress and the poppy flower that's been embroidered over her heart, and some rings on her finger. So you can clearly see which one is Selena. She's kind of standing next to the table, just hungrily looking at the rabbit that she can't really reach. She's kind of just bumping against the table, trying to grab the rabbit in the middle.
I take my knife, and I try and cut out the embroidered flower.
You are going to get bit
Um,
by a hungry zombie child.
well, before you go do that, this old lady, what appears to be an old lady, she kind of says, "Welcome everyone to Mother Natalia's Home for the Lost. We're an orphanage that we've just opened up.
This is the creepiest thing in the world.
Right?
If you're here to adopt, I have a couple of forms that I require you to fill out. But in the meantime, can I offer you anything? We are planning on opening an apothecary very soon. You shall soon be able to buy various potions and goods from my store to support the children, of course.
I ask again, do you have a dragon skin?
We will be acquiring dragon skin. We don't have stock at the moment.
I want to ask her, so these children don't seem to be, normal children.
I don't know I don't know what you mean by that.
Can I do a perception check
Yeah.
with regards to our company? If our group of people how are they feeling with regards to this lady? If they're looking like they go, what the
Well, you can
This-
kind
this
of turn
section.
and talk to one another if you want.
Yeah, no, this is the creepiest
Like
thing.
with a
Are we
whisper.
gonna kill her?
Like I would say.
Okay,
Or
so
more than that, we should figure out what the
but
hell.
like just like wink once if we're going to offer.
Killing old ladies is not of the Lithani, and I go and I try and cut out the embroidered.
Are we gonna have her
Yeah,
killed?
roll sticks, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
trying
so.
to do it secretly or,
Yeah.
or just precision. 10 plus a little.
Yeah. What is it?
10 plus I have a little. That's a little one.
Point coming.
I think that would be dexterity.
Yeah,
This
dexterity,
is,
yeah.
this is the app, not the. That would be. Is it skills?
Yeah, dexterity. Yeah. Under skills.
Oh, plus 3, so 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you managed to sneakily, without the old lady seeing, you managed to snip off the poppy on the front of her dress.
On that note, anyone else? Are you winking once?
I think we must first find out some more information.
Yeah.
Doge?
Why is she taking children?
Are you winking? Are you agreeing with the releasing the world of this evil?
I just want to be clear. Am I inside now with the
Yeah.
light?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
all
with
kind of
the
stand with a
torchy
torch. Yeah, you're kind of standing there with the torch.
Watching.
Like you can only really see.
You're
What's
munching.
going on? So like, yeah, like little baby zombies, lady trying to sell me stuff.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Maybe we should try intimidate her into telling us what's going on.
It's up to you
I
guys.
want
You
to
decide
set
what you want
myself
to do.
with intimidation, but I'm a 4-foot lady dwarf. It's not going to help.
Yeah, I've got the charisma of a cucumber, so it's...
Oh, wow.
I'll help you. The
I'll
4-foot
try.
dwarf will try
I'm
and
pretty
help.
sure we can get 5 gold now. This is done.
You can only really help if you've got proficiency in
Intimidation.
I don't have that.
I'm 100% sure I don't have that.
Wait, let me check. But I don't think so.
Anyway, Doge, what are you
Um,
What
doing?
did he have proficiency?
Yeah.
I have proficiency
Oh, she has proficiency.
in
Awesome.
intimidation.
Right, so you can help.
Right, so
So is
the
that what you guys want to do then?
yeah, I just want to find out what's going on.
By intimidating her.
She doesn't just want to tell
Tell
us.
me,
She was like,
before the intimidate, can I cast detect magic?
Yeah,
I
go.
think that might be a better way to kind of handle the situation.
Well, okay. First of all, let's just clear up what do you guys want to do as a party?
Well,
well, we have the flower.
He wants to leave.
I want to leave. We're pretty sure we found the body,
Okay.
which is all we needed to get the money.
I'm just
True.
trying to figure out how we're feeling about the
Leaving
The
this
old
person
murder lady.
alive.
He wants
Yeah.
to kill her.
Are we going to remove her? Are we going to let her live?
I want
Steal
to
other
make
people's
sure she's
corpses?
evil first. Maybe she didn't
Well,
make the zombies. Maybe the
I
zombies
want
are there.
to, I want to confront this old lady and ask her what is she doing with these children and the body.
I mean, maybe I don't cast detect magic then. If I'm just gonna let her
Alright.
go for that.
Exactly.
Okay, well you ask her. Okay, so she kind of turns to you and says, "Well, dearie, these children were abandoned. I found them and gave them a home, and hopefully somebody can give them a home as well."
I kind of yell out, "Where did you find them?"
Well, where do you find abandoned children?
In an orphanage.
Well, this is an orphanage.
Where did you originally
Oh
find
wow,
them?
this is going back and forth. This is
We
going
found a
in circles.
circular argument.
This is not working out.
Well, you found them out in the world.
Lady,
on
these
the
children were
streets.
buried and we found their graves.
Buried?
Can you dig it?
I don't know what you mean. These children. Look at them. You see these kids kind of like
Are we looking at the
busy like eating.
Can I make a perception check to see if this lady is actually just batshit insane, or if she's a little bit of a creeper?
Yeah, make a wisdom perception check.
Because I figured that might be a. To see what my.
Yeah.
That's an 8. I perceive nothing.
No, well, when you look at her, you do get the sense that for you, it seems like she believes in what she's saying.
So she's genuinely
And I
delusional.
felt that these kids and this old lady is a danger to the people from the town.
Who do you say that to?
No, am I able to see if they're a threat or not?
Oh, make also a perception wisdom check.
I kind of expect that when we walked in, she was like, "Oh, another one!" when she smelt and saw me.
I don't remember doing this one.
Yeah.
7.
Oh, we
No,
suck-
you don't get a sense for if she's evil or not.
Okay.
I think you do though do you not have like detect evil or something like that?
Is there such a thing?
I think we're a paladin
Yeah.
and cleric or something like that.
Hey?
As an act, divine sense as an action can detect good and evil.
No.
So is that a spell that I must?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
So then can I cast this
yeah.
divine sense to see
This is
if they're
gonna
good
go
or evil?
get very real very quickly depending on what happens now.
Yeah.
All right. So you cast.
For a long rest.
Yeah. You can only reuse it again after a long rest, I suppose. Oh, 3 times per long rest. So you've got another 2 times to use it. So just mark it off as you've used that you've used it once. All right. So you cast detect evil as you kind of almost close your eyes and enter into yourself. You touch your divine God. You kind of pray to who's your patron god again? Hey, relax. Torm.
I think so. Storm, yeah.
Yeah, Torm. Alright, so you dig in and you say, Torm, open my eyes. And as you open your eyes, you see things in a bit of a different light. And off of this old lady, you see this almost like a red radiation coming off of it. The telltale sign that this creature is firstly not of this plane, and secondly that it is emanating an evil essence from it.
Did he quite loudly say?
No, well, that's what
"Show
he
me,"
picks
or
up.
did he think? No, but did he think that, or did he say, "Show me"?
No, he thought it within himself. He was like,
So I'm seeing.
well, it's up to
going,
him. Do you want to? You describe what happens.
I say this is the evil witch, and then I pull out the sword to say attack.
Okay, so he's going for the attack.
The moment he said this is an evil witch,
Witch.
if that's fine, I'd like to cast prestidigitation and make her smell like a half-eaten piece of the bunny that the zombie kids are trying to eat.
Alright.
Ah.
Okay, well, let me just think here.
It's
Okay,
kind
roll the, no, I need to roll.
I'm not killing her. The kids are killing her.
Then we're going to
Okay.
have to kill the zombie kids. We can't
Okay.
just leave the kids.
Maybe they die when she dies. I don't know.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, maybe that's
okay, well, let's, so she gets this waft of,
Deliciousness.
delicious
Undead. Oh wow. Half-eaten. What do zombie kids find the most appealing?
well,
Like,
Apparently
anything fresh, or not fresh, but anything
half
dead,
dead.
organic, and
Dead.
not
Whatever
bacteria.
the most delicious thing is. So funky as dead bunny smell.
Alright. Okay, yeah.
Something they used
Well,
to.
you see kind of like this grayness around her deepen, and all of a sudden you see long nails on her hand, and her eyes go open super wide, like they go pupilless basically. Not pupil, but all black, and her skin that was smooth but wrinkly at the same time, all of a sudden wrinkles even more and kind of curls in on itself. And becomes.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yum.
Luckily, I've Lady.
She looks like me.
But yeah, so and then Doge, since you surprise attacked out of nowhere, what are you doing? You get a surprise attack.
So I pull out my battle axe, and I go for a headshot.
All right, roll to hit.
That's a D.
A D20. Plus your, you can, if you go to your stats, your attack and stuff, you should be able to roll it because you need to add your attack bonus as well, which is +5. So you roll a D20 and then you add your attack bonus.
Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do.
Plus. Where did you get my +5 attack?
It's your attack bonus. So let me.
So if you go under actions, you'll see there's a what do you call it? A hit DC. That's basically your plus to your attack, and then just after that, that's damage.
So just click on your hit DC first.
Actions, attack. Okay, yeah, +5.
So if you tap on that +5, it'll also roll for you.
Okay, there. 15 +5, 20.
All right. Yeah. So that hits. Now roll damage.
You can tap on the damage and it'll roll that for you as well.
Damage.
So that should be 1d8 +3.
It said undefined, right?
I think you probably need to equip your battle axe.
Yep.
I can't remember where you do that equipment, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't know how to equip it.
All right. Just roll a d8 and then add 3.
Okay, D8, roll. That is a 2 + 3, 5.
All right. Okay, so as you come in with your battle axe, going for the head, and you see her form almost change instantaneously to this hideous creature. She kind of sees you coming, and you slice at her head, but she moves slightly back, and you manage to nick her neck, causing a slight gash. No blood is coming from it, but you do slight damage to her neck region. But she still looks okay, and now she comes up, and it's almost as if this haze is like, with the disappearance of this illusion that was covering her, this haze kind of just disappears in her eyes as well, and she has this almost as if she snapped out of her nice old ladiness, if you want to put it that way. All right, so that ends the surprise turn. Now we're going to roll initiative, but before we roll, we need to determine who's where. So firstly, let me quickly open here. I don't have a battle map for this, but we'll just determine who's standing
The more
where.
this evolves, the more I'm thinking he was right all along. Should have just got it.
We could have gotten the money.
We
had proof.
Been out of here already, got money gone, and me sleeping probably.
All right, so this
Leave
is.
the old lady at her weird orphanage.
Let me just pull this here.
She's taking dead people. Why? Who cares?
Yeah.
I just want to pull this here. I just want to quickly find a. Oh no, hang on. Let me put that back there.
We might have got an extra because he could have adopted his daughter back.
Exactly.
I kind of feel like if she's that evil, that wouldn't have happened.
Maybe not. It
2 weeks later, the town is being taken over by a bunch of zombie children.
That's right.
Hello, Daddy. Want a kiss?
I've equipped my battle axe.
All right.
Then where you guys said there was damage, it's got 2 blocks. It says 1d8 + 3, and it's like a little sword slashing, and then underneath it says a 1d10 + 3. So which one of those?
So 1d10 would be when you're using it, I think, double-handed.
But is battle axe, is it versatile?
Which one am I?
yeah,
I'll
it's
show you.
one-handed.
So, is it one-handed, you say?
No, I see there's 2 here, so really I choose from.
So it's only two-handed, not one-handed as well.
No, there's both, so I can click on both and
Okay.
click on both.
All right. Well, you need to kind of stipulate if you're going to use one or two hands before then. But okay, for now we'll just assume you one-handed because you wanted to be quick. So you just grabbed it with one hand and went for the head. Let's see. Great Great axe. Yeah.
Battle axe.
Battle axe.
Keaton, do you have a shield or something, or is it just a battle axe?
I do have a shield as well, so
Is it
That-
equipped?
I'm gonna equip it now. Just
Alright.
you see if you shield.
Yeah, you can equip it in the same movement if you want handing. All right, so Halia, this is you here.
Where were the kids, more or less?
They kind of like in this region behind the lady, like behind her.
Okay, so because I went to the kids and then I was on my way back now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she was kind of busy doing her business, like putting together tea,
Okay.
like just doing old lady shit.
You like halfway past like this.
And yeah, you kind of. So where you standing now? Sorry, Sus.
I think they more or less is probably fine.
Okay, that's cool. Doge, you're right up there. Halia.
Yeah, I've just like came from the entrance, was just standing around the side, so I'm not very close.
So we'll also just put you there. Calter, I'm assuming you're all the way at the back.
Hell yeah.
Theodric, we'll just.
I'm fine. Yeah.
You're fine there. Okay. All right. We're all hanging back there.
So,
All right. So let's roll. Let's roll
Initiative.
initiative.
8.
What's our initiative?
Yeah. D20. Everybody roll a D20.
13.
All right. So who got above 20? Plus, remember, plus your initiative bonus,
This guy.
which is your dexterity modifier.
Dexterity.
What did you
23.
get? 23.
Literally got a nat 20 plus
3.
my initiative. Yeah.
What's
16?
6. Okay. So who got between? Who got above? So just one bit above 20.
I got 23. Yeah.
23. All right. Who got between 15 and 20?
I got 18.
18. All right.
Good initiatives.
And
We can't see how Keaton did. Hey?
yeah. Well.
I got it.
Yeah. What you get?
I got a 2.
Okay.
It's
Well then.
Doge.
Don't get lost.
Don't feel so.
And what did you get, Sus?
8.
Did you plus your initiative bonus, Keats? Or Doge?
yeah, you said it was dexterity, so it's 0.
Okay. 8. And then I just want to see here. So that's. So put it here. So you guys have chosen to fight Natalia.
Yeah,
Alright,
pretty
so
shocking
as she
you won.
as she turns,
Who's second?
so second is Halia, Beardrick, then you, then Doge,
Okay.
and then it's the.
Okay, he's 5.
Alright.
And
So
she's doing
as she
6.
turns, you immediately recognize her as being a hag from the Fey Wilds. Yeah. All right. So first to go is Kelter.
I'm wondering if making her smell like rotten flesh is going to work. Because it'd be funny as hell to kill her with the other zombies.
It would be.
But I doubt
at
that
this
it's
point,
going
I
to
don't
work.
think it's going to work anymore.
No, I think it might have worked at the start when she
Yeah.
was still old lady like. Now,
Would be
I
like-
severely doubt it. Well, I suppose I would like to cast a good old magic missile.
All right.
Sure.
Roll damage. Then I'm assuming it hits straight, eh?
Yeah. Let me just quickly use one of my spell slots. So I'm gonna roll damage on my own because I like rolling dice. It's just better. So it's 3 plus 1 is 4.
So all
2
3.
plus 1 is 3, so it's 7. Plus 2 is 9.
So 4, 7, and 9. You say
No, 4, 3, and 9.
4, 3.
So it's 4, 3, and 2. 4, 3, and 2, so it's 9 damage. Sorry, my brain has stopped working. 4, 3, and 2. That's pretty. What are the chances?
Yeah. So from the back, you do your little hand movements and gestures and blast out 3 missiles that directly, like, unerringly, just flip and hit her straight in the chest. right past you, Doge. It kind of just zips past your head, one smacking her upper chest and two in her abdomen. She's quite solid. She gets hit back slightly, but she looks up and seems even more angry now, and more pissed.
Fuck you!
Like, I shall eat your liver.
Oh wow.
You won't be the first!
And use your eyeballs as paste. Oh, I don't know. Fuck yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
as my coast.
Alright. Any movement or anything? On your part?
I'm gonna tap Susan on the back and says, "Go get him, Garfield."
Yeah. So now it's Ale, your
Pretty
turn.
much. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
I think that was
I
successful.
will take out my great axe and kind of just shuffle to the side, being very cautious, trying to get between Scary Hag Lady and Kelter. Because little elf man is puny.
So
and I need to protect him.
so where would you like to move to around here?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright. So you just move there.
And then just be like,
Dream team.
I'm not attacking or anything. I'm
Alright.
just
Just gonna stand there.
God.
Yeah.
Alright. That ends your turn. Then Beardrick.
Yeah. So I take out my short bow. Yeah. With piercing damage.
Alright.
Please don't hit Dodge in the face.
No, I'm not aiming for him. Luckily he's not in front of me. And I'm gonna fire off a shot straight for him.
Alright, yeah. So roll.
D6, I think it's it.
Well, roll a d22 to hit
Okay.
with your attack bonus.
7 attack. What did I get?
It should be right next to your damage.
Well, 5.
5, so 12. That misses.
No.
So as you shoot, you're aiming for it, not trying to hit, trying to kind of miss dodge. You're kind of aiming towards the left, and you let loose, and it just flies past her head, and it misses. All right, that ends your turn.
Right.
Sus.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3.
Turn around.
Okay, so
Sausages like
I'm gonna use feline agility,
Mm.
and then I'm gonna get to just behind her.
All right, so you're gonna climb up the walls, eh?
Is the walls behind her?
Well, the walls are kind of on the side, and I mean, for feline agility, that's because then you can move extra distance
yeah,
and
so
still
I
have a
get-
movement. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So you want to get behind her then,
yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
and you engaging.
I never exit her.
Oh, you never enter her. You never enter her.
No, I enter it. I just don't exit.
All right, so
they
you
get
can,
an attack of opportunity when you exit.
yeah.
space,
Also, yeah, or if you pass through it, yeah.
If I can get right behind it to sort of flank with Doge.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna attack with my fist and use my bonus action as a second attack.
All right, roll to hit with advantage.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll twice.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a 19.
All right. Yeah, that one hits.
And a 14.
They both hit.
Okay, so then it's 2d4s plus 3 per die, so it's 2, 3, 5 plus 6 is 11.
11.
Step there.
All right. Yeah. So
So basically, as I get behind her, I try to knock her on the back of the head and then elbow her in the back of the spine.
all right. Yeah. You managed to get her there, but she's flipping bloody solid, and you deal a bit of damage, but she's still looking as if it's just a fly that kind of bounced off her back. Anything else?
I'm in trouble. No. I think I'll stay there. Give Doge hopefully another shot.
All right, Doge, you're up.
Isn't it her turn?
Yeah,
No, she's-
it's actually good.
Who?
Oh wait, it's first Doge then her.
Yeah.
Well,
Because he had a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a prize.
Okay, roll to hit, right?
Yeah. Describe what you're going to do first and what you have. So, are you holding your battle axe in one hand and your shield in the other?
And I'm going to go in for another chop to the head with the battle axe.
Single hand, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, roll to hit.
D20, right?
Yeah.
10. And then plus my strength.
Yeah, plus
That's
your modifier, yeah.
13. Does
No,
it hit?
I think your attack bonus is actually your modifier plus your proficiency if you're proficient with the weapon. So it's 5. So yeah, so that one hits.
15.
So roll a d8.
Oh my goodness. A 1.
Plus 3.
4.
So that's four points of damage. So
My fist did more damage than
so since yeah. So since you're so close, you kind of interface and you try and get in a chop, but you're too close, and she kind of blocks it with her hand, taking a slight cut from your axe in the process, but still standing very strong and looking very angry down at you, kind of towering over you now. Yeah, now it's Natalia's turn. Oh, actually, I forgot to say that everybody needs to make a DC Constitution saving throw.
That's a D20, right?
Yeah, D20.
And then you add your constitution.
Oh, sorry, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Little hard there.
Keaton, you have advantage on this, so roll two d20s.
Oh, okay.
So I must add
Uh,
one foot.
Yeah, I should be up and using
You add your wisdom modifier.
Minus 1. Crap, I got an 8.
Okay.
Not nat 20.
That's my wisdom.
Not nat.
That's a 7.
Jeez.
My 1.
1.
Better than mine, no?
So you roll twice, eh? You roll twice.
A natural 1.
So 10.
Alright, 10. 5. 8. 7. Alright, so everybody except for Sus is now frightened for the next 6 rounds.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, great. And I'm accepting the scary trap and every now.
Yeah, so everybody except Sus is frightened for the next 6 rounds, so that means you all get disadvantage on throws.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm quivering my boots.
Alright, yeah, so as it turns, because of this horrific sight and the aura that it gives, everybody's frightened except for Sus. Alright, now it is Natalia's turn.
Yeah.
There we go.
Frightened creatures has disadvantage on ability checks and
Yeah.
attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Yeah, so put that down somewhere so we can know people are still frightened. Alright. Alright, so Talia in Axe, she starts muttering in a strange language, very guttural, almost sounds like gargling, like she's underwater. And she enacts Death Glare on you, Doge. So Death Glare, you need to make another wisdom saving throw. So you need to roll a d20. And then add your wisdom modifier.
The first encounter.
D20.
We should have just got the shit one.
Right.
13 minus 1, so 12.
12. All right, yeah. So you managed to dodge her death glare with your strength and faith. You push through the death glare she gives you, but then after that she goes in for an attack. She uses her claws on her hands, and does one full swipe, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
Bowl swipe. Need to roll. Uh, 15. Okay, that's 20.
Jeez.
Jesus.
So what's your armor class?
T
Attack.
attack.
It's 20 to hit. So what's your armor class?
Armor class 13.
Alright,
So
yeah,
it's
so
a
that
hit.
obviously hits. And then it does
This is a big critter.
2d6 damage.
Yums.
3
I think he's gonna.
I don't know what you guys, but that could
4
kill me.
plus 3.
Dude, I've got 7
So
life.
it does 7 points of slashing damage as it comes across and slashes at you. It does 7 points of slashing damage.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
it kind of gashes you along across your chest.
Awesome.
Then that will end her turn, and she just stands. She's really pissed at Doge, so she's the one that kind of like just randomly attacked her. So all her ire is on Doge.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, that's it. That ends Natalia's turn. And now we go back to Kelter.
Well, considering I'm scared, I'm gonna roll an 8-sided dice, and whatever I'm getting from the 8, I'm gonna cast that spell. Just because to kind of ensue the chaos. So I'm
Alright.
hoping for the best. I got a 2, so I'm casting Mage Hand.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and pick up the half-eaten piece of bunny that the zombie kids are going towards, and throw it on top of slash, if I can, into the blouse of said, maybe into the mouth of. No, somewhere can I? Is there any holes in her? Is there a hole
No.
where the magical bolt
Besides her mouth
Does she
filled
have
with
horns
sharp
maybe?
teeth. No horns, but she's got a mouth full of sharp teeth.
I'm just gonna.
No
I'm
horns.
literally just gonna take that thing. How many kids are there?
5.
5 now. I'm gonna take that and try and throw her in the head with the bow to get some disgusting animal juice and just kind of create some sort of situation where she isn't gonna beat the shit out of us.
You could maybe have tried to draw the children with the dead bunny as well.
That's what I want to pick up the bunny
No.
from the table and
Get over
take
her.
towards her,
No, to
towards
the
her, and
children.
hopefully the
Right.
children follow it
No.
and try and grab her then.
Alright, okay,
So
make
that's the idea. If
Alright.
it's going to work is a whole different story.
okay, mage hand.
I can pick up to 10 pounds. I'm pretty sure the half a bunny isn't 10 pounds. Otherwise, it's as big as a half bunny, like a Flemish giant. Yeah, you can move your
Alright.
hand up to 30 feet every time you use it
Yeah, and it stays active for I think a full
for a
minute.
Yeah.
So that's 6 rounds.
Oh, I got a free hand to use for the next 6 rounds.
Nice.
Yeah. So the kids do notice the bunny, and they follow it. You smack it up against her, but they don't get any closer to her.
Oh, they're like, oh shit, no.
Yeah, no, but she's the one that animated them, so she has full control over them.
Oh.
So they kind of
So
just
kinda
stop
standing there
in a circle. They are kind of,
And in a semicircle.
and she kind of looks back at them and says back. And they just stand back, like all just standing watching. Like now, since there's action happening, they're just like watching.
It's like
she-
kids.
Yeah, well, yeah. She kind of, you can see like almost a concern in her eyes as they get closer.
Start killing kids. Just start killing kids. Piss her off. It's
Okay,
fine.
do you want to you do want to
Well,
move
we did
on?
already anyway, you might as well.
I don't think I can do another move, but I want to take a few steps towards the top side of the screen to my right. Just I'm fully behind Halia.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I just seen that. Like
Because I'm
here.
petrified.
All right. Perfect. That ends your turn. Good sir.
Yes.
Halja.
Okay, so I have my great axe out at the moment, but I would like to swap, put it back on my back, and take out one of the small hand axes that I have,
Alright.
Oh,
and try
yes.
to chuck the lady in her throat.
The chuck's coming.
Alright, throw to hit. Roll to hit.
Chuck it and hopefully she doesn't buck it.
And just subtract a 15.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Plus the
I think
attack modifier.
plus it's
it
dexterity.
Yeah, so plus one.
dexterity plus 1, 16.
Yeah, so that hits. Roll damage.
Okay, so my hand axe is a
What?
plus 4 plus 3 attack bonus and 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
Minus 1 hand axe.
So that +4 is, I think, what you plus by the 15.
No, the plus 4 is for when
Oh,
when
using
she's using it in the
that-
hand,
oh,
in the
okay,
hand.
yeah.
That's with
When you're
strength.
throwing it,
That's
it's just
dexterity.
strength.
6.
Oh yes.
So
Nice.
1d6
Plus 2.
so
That's
8.
8.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. So you
Nice.
chuck this axe. It goes in and sticks in her head,
Yeah.
and it just stick and it goes in flipping hard. But her skull is quite hard, and it just kind of sticks as if it, and you just hear the sound like wood, like as if you just throw it
My poor axe.
like a thud, and your axe is now embedded in Natalia's skull.
Cool.
That was 8 damage, right?
Yeah.
Doge, I hope you shit. You have a lot of life left.
Ooh.
Yummy.
Alright. So now does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Anything else you
So
want
I'm just still very alert.
to do? Alright.
Hand ready on my second axe in case,
Sweet.
but not moving.
Next is Beatrick.
Right. Okay, because of the frightened, can I still move or
You can't move towards her.
No.
Yeah, you move away from her.
only away from?
Oh yeah, but everybody actually needs to roll with disadvantage. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We'll do it next round.
I didn't roll much.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. That's fine.
Mine was just.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I can't move closer, then I'll still have to be from a distance.
Oh, hag's flammable.
They're old, so sure.
I'm wondering, like, are they flammable?
Well, it is quite wet and damp down there, and she looks
Probably
rather moist.
Okay, so never mind.
Yeah, so firebolt's not gonna set her on fire.
Because I want to
But
use
we're
my
kids.
like the kid and like
Like a little
right.
kid Molotov.
Because I wanted to use my sword also, but if I come closer, is that gonna help? I don't know. From this distance, I'm not gonna throw a dagger or keep using the short bow.
Alright,
Yeah.
what do you choose?
Oh, let's go with the dagger this time.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
decide to chuck your dagger.
That's it.
Roll a d20, 2 times 2 to hit, take the lowest value.
So 2 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll up.
15,
Nice.
8.
Okay, yeah. No, you miss.
Five.
So yeah, you're busy there, busy shaking a little
around
bit
from fear.
from this. It's dark under there, and you can still see, but it's still bloody scary, wet, damp, and smelly. Smells of rotten flesh. You chuck this knife, and it just goes smack, it's like splats into the wall, like,
Jeez.
and then just kind of slides down.
Done.
Any way you want to go or move?
Nah,
Alright, that ends your
pretty
turn.
pointless move, so yeah.
Sus.
So she's close to a wall, right to her left.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try. Well, firstly, I'm gonna take out my claws and attack her, and then in my bonus action, I'm gonna try and leap off the wall and then hit the axe that is in her head further in.
Alright, so you're going to do the claw attack first, you said.
Yes.
So roll hit.
Attack.
Ooh.
Is it still with 2 or 1?
1, because you're not frightened, so just 1.
Oh.
Oh yeah, but okay,
Maybe
no,
you
make it
should've
1
gone for
because
2.
Doge is frightened,
Mm.
so he's not going to be able to help you.
That's okay. It's 3 plus 5 is 8.
Yeah, so as in your movement, you know what you want to do, but you don't execute it well. You go in for a hand move. Describe what you want to try and do with your hand.
So that one had the claw out, so I
Mm.
wanted to just slash her.
Alright, yeah, your slash misses, but then with your extra movement, you decide to climb up on the wall, and do a downward kick onto the axe that's embedded in her head. All right, do a D20 to hit.
That's 16.
Oh, actually 16. Actually, dexterity, athletics check. Acrobatics, sorry.
That's skills.
Yeah.
Acrobatics is also +5, so it's also 16.
Alright, sweet.
And then to hit.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's not going well.
7.
Alright, well, you managed to get up the wall.
7
Yeah, perfect execution, but the kick completely misses. She sees you coming. She just moves to the side, and you kind of fly past her face, like, and then you'll land back over here on your feet.
Okay.
This is getting things going.
So that is what, probably 20 feet of movement.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's
There's 6 blocks.
yeah.
Okay, so that
5.
is my movement.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I can do.
All right. Sweet.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Hopefully she
Doge.
doesn't target you.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going in for another shot
He's
with
just
my
tanking.
battle axe.
You should both move it back.
Okay. Roll 2 D20s with disadvantage.
What's it? What's a B?
D20.
Dice 20.
Dice 20.
20 plus 3.
20 plus 3. And then you roll
Yeah.
roll one more time.
7 plus 3, 10.
Yeah,
My
so
stomach.
so you miss.
Jeez.
So you go in for the
There's animal in here.
so you go in for the with your battle axe to go for the chop, and as you come in, she's quite agile for her size, and she just steps back, and your battle axe completely misses.
Wow, jeez, we're playing some shit like
Any movement or anything you'd like to do?
I'm just gonna hold my shield up and hope she doesn't kill me.
For the best.
Okay, so one side of kick ass then. Alright, got it. Okay. Alright, so now it's Natalia's turn. Alright, so she's going to do her death glare on as she saw you coming past. Oh no, you're not frightened, are you? Okay, well she's gonna look over her shoulder at shoulder at Halia, and she's going to do your death glare on you. So you need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Dwarf, go.
Saving. So just yeah.
So on the left side.
Saving
you
throws
will
plus 0. 20, right?
Yeah.
2!
All right, and
Plus
with
0.
that, you
Oh no.
yeah. With that, your heart beats faster and faster, and eventually comes almost to a stop, and you pass out at 0 hit points.
Oh no. I'm completely done.
Yeah, your heart basically stopped.
I can help you
Good.
out though. It's not the.
All right, and then after that, she goes in with her claws
Saving.
and comes for you, Doge. She does a melee attack, so that is 20 to hit.
There's a little to be taken here. If you have what you need, leave.
That's 18, so it hits, and then 2 d6s.
I don't know. It never ends well. Attacking old ladies, like
Right, this is
like on the one hand side, it could
That's,
be an old lady. So
nine points of damage.
This could happen.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, so with that, she slashes at you, and a huge gash. She goes for your chest again, the same area where she originally got you, and a huge gash just opens up there, and you fall down, bleeding out, basically.
Guys, we need to start kicking ass now.
So you three
And
I don't
that
know. I did 11 damage, and she, I don't know, got irritated.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Like, how much damage must we do in this thing?
so now she you're out of the game. Hang on, let's do such
We're taking a dirt nap.
dirt nap, and you're also dirt napping.
No.
So next round, you guys need to make saving throws. She turns towards you, Sus, and she gets ready to do some damage. But anyway, that ends her turn. And then,
It's a me!
yeah, and with that, everybody is not frightened anymore. You've
Really?
kind of collected yourselves,
Okay, cool.
and
Finally.
you are ready for action.
Awesome.
So yeah, Kalta.
In the most, like in the biggest fit of rage I've ever had in my life, with seeing Halia fall on the ground, passed out, I'm going to try my very best to cast the most bestest magic missile that the world has ever seen. Yelling power into it, hopefully.
All right. Well, I'll give you what you call it. What's that word? Inspiration for that.
Well, it's going to hit either way, so.
Yeah, but with inspiration, I think you get advantage. Oh yeah, it's gonna hit the other
It's
way.
gonna hit other
But
way,
you get to roll extra damage as well. I think
Okay.
an extra d6.
I think you. I don't know about inspiration on attack rolls, but yeah, you can homebrew it as you want. Like, do you
I'd
want
make it
to
an
roll-
extra d4 damage.
Okay.
So roll one extra d4 because
So
you
that's
got
still
inspiration. You see Halia lying on the ground,
That's a D8.
basically
That would've been
dead.
fun.
Yeah,
Well, extra D4, you said.
yeah, extra
I got
d4. Yeah.
D4, that's fine. So it's 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. Plus 2 plus 1 is 8. Plus 5 is 13.
13 points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so these magic missiles come flying in. You managed to get a fourth one off with that bit of anger inside, that seeing Halia go down, and you give her some massive damage. And it looks like she's starting to open up a bit. You can see bits of her rib sticking out now, and
I run
her
forward.
organs kind of almost slipping out,
Yummy.
but they're still
Fantastic.
sitting
I
in
like
there.
what he's doing now.
In testicles. I want to run forward towards Halia and just kind of go down next to her and look at her if she's okay.
All right.
I can't do anything, but
You could do, to try and stabilize her, you could do a medicine check.
I don't have to have an action for that.
You do actually need an action now, so we'll wait for your next turn. Good point.
I mean, no, I'll do it.
No, that's good. All right,
I'm passed out.
down, Beatrick.
Right, so I want to take advantage of this new wound that's opened up on her. Pull up my rapier and charge her in hopes to then stab her straight into the
Stab
open
the
gash.
shit out of her.
Yes.
All right,
Quickly charge
roll
her.
to hit.
Not hit her,
Right.
hopefully.
Roll to
You
hit.
cannot hit
D20
her.
plus your attack bonus.
That's okay, that's +5, eh? No.
Oh,
15.
yes.
Yeah, that hits.
Come on, big damage.
So D8.
D8 plus your attack modifier.
That's a +3 also. So 8 plus 3.
11.
Oh, full damage.
Yeah, 11.
Nice. Yeah, so you deal some massive damage to
It's
her.
about time.
Really?
Yes.
She's gonna learn.
Yeah, yeah. You stab her and you kind of get up in there, do some weird shit, and you just see all this gunk and ooze coming out of her, and this putrid smell of it's almost like centuries old meat
Fantastic.
coming out of her. All right, but she's still standing, unfortunately. What do you want to do? Okay, that kind of end your turn. That's the max movement and whatever.
Session.
Sus, yeah.
Getting this.
I'm gonna move around again so that I'm on the opposite of Idrik. And I'm gonna just like give her 2 jabs to the spleen or something.
Alright, yeah, roll with advantage.
Punch in the kidney. Punch her in the kidney.
So that's 13 is 18.
Nice.
Alright, so
First one.
Oh, shit.
yeah, that hits.
And 8 plus 5 is 13.
13. That misses.
Okay, so 1.
Yeah.
4 plus 3 is 7.
Lux him, yeah.
Nice.
Full damage there. Yeah, describe how you take her down.
Shit, really?
Yeah!
So as Bedrick is coming, he's just completely like stabbing her in the, through the stomach and whatever organs is spilling out there.
That's right.
So as she's just like focusing on him, I just go round and I just give a full kick to the head for that battle axe and just try and split her head completely.
Nice.
Nice.
Her
Wait,
head splits, and she kind of gives a what do you call it? An unhuman-like, unearthly wail. This lament almost. And as she kind of falls to the ground, dying, you hear the kid scream. Also unearthly, like ear-pitching.
Jeez, yeah, man.
But they all kind of drop at almost like at the same time onto their knees, face down.
You say you have advantage at medicine?
No.
Because I don't.
I don't.
You said something about saving throw for the down people.
Yeah, so
I
every 6 seconds you need to make a saving.
So
every
I have a plus
minute.
3 to medicine, so I'm gonna try to restore a doge
I'll try and restore hell, yeah.
Okay.
or stabilize. It's
Stabilize, yeah, stabilize. So go ahead and roll medicine. Roll it in the bucky.
Oh yeah, it's there. So that's a 30. No, 11.
Yeah, that stabilizes. So you are stabilized at the moment.
Should I roll for her as well?
Actually, what we should do is that will mark off a one saving throw.
I was doge. He was closer.
Oh, doge,
Yeah.
doge. Mark off a where it says saving throw. Just click once, so you've got one save. So that will end your turn, Sus. So that then now it's Calter. Calter's your turn. What do you do?
Blah, blah, blah.
Also medicine
Yeah,
check.
medicine her.
Okay, roll.
Isn't it
Nice.
now
Yes.
his turn to roll?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's
I suppose you're right.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's mark 1 for success. Okay, Keaton, Doge, roll a d20.
Confusing.
Come on, stabilize. Come back to us.
You can do it. Yeah, right.
Seven.
How much?
To the soundtrack of Stay Alive.
17. All right. Mark a success. So that's 2 for you. One for Halia. Okay, Halia, roll a d20.
2.
Yeah. Okay, that's a
Oh.
fail. Now it's Beatrick. What you gonna do?
Well, I mean, to try and help someone is not going to be really useful for me. You've got a -1 yet.
All right. So you just
I
stand
can
and watch
try,
out.
but I don't know if it's going to help.
I'll try.
No.
At least I
you-
can try. I mean,
No, you don't have proficiency or anything,
Yeah.
so or any skill in it. So just stand back, I think, rather.
I think I'll help out Sus in the CPR.
No, we'll just watch, listen to what he says.
Okay, so then it's.
Sus, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, trying to save Keaton.
Frantic.
Oh, 17 plus 3, it's 20.
So, Doge, you are stabilized but still unconscious. He manages, Sus, from his experience with fighting and garish wounds, manages to stem the flow of bleeding.
Especially with claw wounds.
Especially with claw wounds, yeah. He manages to stem the flow and you're stabilized yet unconscious and in a bad way.
Okay, I'll roll again for her.
Yeah.
Try it again. 20.
Nice.
Nice.
20.
Natural 20.
Yeah, so that's 2.
Yeah.
Yay, you're
So-
alive!
No, it's 2 saves. If it's a nat 20, it counts as 2, and if it's a nat 1, it counts as 2 as a big.
-2, yeah.
So you're
So, yeah.
back.
So you are stabilized. Your heart starts beating again, but you are still unconscious. Actually, yeah, no, you're still unconscious. But your heart is beating.
The moment that happened, I casted, just for interest sake, I casted one station that smells like the old town that we came from, her training hall, just around her face.
Okay.
So she smells better. And then the other one I casted on the zombie hag to not smell like crap anymore.
Okay.
So it just doesn't smell like poop down there. I mean, we have it, so we might as well use it.
Yeah. Alright, well, it starts smelling
I'm
like
not kidding myself though.
like flowers and
And freshly fried meat.
and also like sweaty fighters.
Yeah, sweaty fighters and flowers. I mean, what can we do?
Well, I stand up, take the embroidered flower out of my pocket, and I was like, I believe there was an easier way. And then I walk out to go find the ball.
Okay, well, you've got two unconscious people with
before
you.
we leave, I'd like to do a little bit of a check to see if I can see any magical items or
Alright,
if I see any cool stuff on the floor, of any lootsies or a chest or like a few bottles of weird herbs.
Yeah, roll
Pretty
perception.
much anything that could be cool. 4. 4 plus 0, no. Plus 3, 7.
7.
So, not a lot.
Well, you do see some jewelry on some of the dead kids.
I was having for like a staff or I'm gonna steal dead kid jewelry.
But other than that, you don't notice much else. That's the more obvious things you can see.
Okay, I kinda
Well, then if we're gonna head out, somebody has to pick up Dodge.
All right, so are you gonna carry those?
I was just planning on bringing everybody back here, like a medic or
okay.
or the townsfolk to show them that
What happened?
they had a hag.
Well, I literally do not care. The only thing I care about right now is standing either next to her or picking her up and carrying her with me. So I'm like,
What are we doing?
Yeah, he's trying to pick this heavy elf up in your arms.
I will do my very best. I will bleed. I will take damage every step, but we will survive.
Well, roll an athletics check, I think, because you are a little scrawny. So let's
Okay,
with
for
advantage because
once in life.
with advantage since she is your you putting all your effort into it.
That's a 10 athletics check. That's probably a 10 minus 1. 10, so that's a 9.
Yeah, no, you don't manage to lift it. You try with all your might. Your
fat
heart says
bastard.
yes, but your body says no.
Well, I am like 10 kgs heavier than you are.
And you are a scrawny.
I'm a stinky small person.
Yeah. With pointy ears.
Because are we going out or are the people coming to us?
How far am I from the bar about now?
You're about a mile.
Okay,
Mile
yeah,
and a
so,
half.
Yeah, so I'll walking back there, so that would take me about 50 minutes, 20 minutes.
15 minutes. All right. At this point in time, it is. Let's see here.
What happened to the children?
It's
They screamed.
it's around 1:30 in the afternoon. You guys made good time there.
How long are you taking to get to the town and back again?
But
It'll take about 40 minutes, half hour, depending on what happens in the town. In the bar that doesn't like me.
Do you think we're going to sit there for about 4 hours?
Yeah, that we didn't consider.
Yeah,
So I can go into a trance and then do detect magic to see if there's something
yeah,
cool.
so you should be able to start your long rest. If it'll finish, we don't know. At least you'll get in a short rest, which means they probably all get to roll a hit die.
yeah,
I don't know if they'll stabilize on their own from 0 if they take a short rest.
no, I don't think so. I think Halia will be able to, but not Doge. Doge took some serious whacks there.
Well, then I'll have to stand by him and keep an eye on him.
All right, so you're gonna wait,
I'll wait.
and then you guys are gonna get townsfolk. What do you guys do?
They're staying in the cave with
I'm
me.
passed
So
out, so I don't have a choice.
Oh yeah, you're passed
Yeah.
out.
you can
Calta.
carry her because
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm staying with her.
Alright.
I will not.
So only Sus, you go out. So where you heading?
To the Waven Inn.
All right. So
I don't even actually try talking to the barman or whatever. I just get in close enough so that the father can see me and just basically nod for him to come outside.
all right. So he comes kind of like stumbling out of it, and he's like, "Did you find her?"
We found all the kids, and I give him the embroidered flower thing.
Oh my! This, and then he kind of breaks down and sobs, and he starts crying. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Where's? And he kind of looks up. What happened? Where's everyone? Where's she?
We'll put her back in the grave. I need a medic and the 5 gold.
straight to the point.
Well, it was 100 gold.
Oh, was it
500 gold.
800.
500 gold.
Oh, did you say 500? You said 5.
I thought it was 5, but 100
5.
gold makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So he kind of says, "Okay, don't worry, I'll sort it out." And he kind of stumbles off to the protectorates.
Where's the medic?
He's gonna go. He said, "Don't worry, I'll sort it. I'm gonna go to the protectorate. She'll know what to do and who to call." And he kind of just stumbles off to heading east towards the city center. All right. So are you gonna head back then? I'm assuming.
I think I'm gonna follow him.
Are you gonna follow him?
I don't know where he's going.
Yeah.
Good choice.
But there's no medic yet. And he's
Meanwhile,
drunk.
I'm hoping you pulled Doge close to us, and I've made
Yes.
a little campfire for us with frustration, and it's smelling like a field, and there's a little rainbow.
Okay, well, whilst you follow him, you come to the tribal square, which is a massive, huge open space used by local farmers and visiting peddlers. So you see a bunch of farm stalls and stuff, a lot of people milling around selling things. In the middle, you have that square, very basic square block of building where the protectorate is. Standing at the front door are two militia guards.
I'm suddenly realizing just how well this battle went for me. I didn't get frightened.
Right.
I didn't get damaged. Probably the only blood I have is from the hag, and she wasn't bleeding.
And all the mud and shit that's happening.
Yeah.
No, you had right.
You did all the movements, like, little ninja. All right. So you see him stumble up to the guards, all drunk, and you see him talking and showing what was in his hand, and he like looks around and he sees you and he points at you, and the guards kind of look at you very strangely and not really been seeing anything like you before, and they come
as they look at me, I realize that there's like mud on my paws and stuff, and I started just like wiping it off and
cleaning yourself.
I was waiting
but
for
he didn't do that. But anyway, so you see one guard walking towards you, another one heads inside. You there, creature! Who are you?
Session.
I need a little more than that. What are you?
I found the girl.
What girl? There's no missing girl. This drunk comes up to me saying something about dead missing children. What is this all about?
So either I found something that isn't true, or she isn't existed. Is that's your theory now?
Are you talking about all the wanted posters that have been posted up around town about the missing girl?
No, I'm talking about
The
a missing
body.
girl that we found.
Well, there was no missing girl. There was a missing body.
What did I find?
Oh boy.
Okay, well, we'll sort this out. And then he kind of just turns around and walks off. This is a town in the middle of a wild place. So as strange as you are, you're not the strangest creature to walk past there, although he did give you quite a funny look, and he's not happy with you being there, to be honest.
Maybe we should change the color of these things.
You can't really tell.
Right.
And so he turns around and goes back in. As he kind of gets to the door, you see this lady, quite middle-aged, but still quite fit-looking, fair, wearing almost like forest brown and green leather cloak, and with almost like a mahogany red vest, long flowing dark brown hair, with a very unpleasant look on her face, walking up to you. And as she walks up, she kind of just crosses her arm and looks at you and says, "Show me."
I just walk around and walk back to the graveyard,
Alright.
but like at quite a brisk pace.
Is
So she kind of has to run to keep up.
Hey?
Is she a medic?
No, but behind her are some medics following.
Before that, I ask him, "Do you have stitching equipment and herbs?"
She says, "The healers will help."
Okay.
Aren't you the healer?
No, I am the Lord Protectorate of Tribal.
Where's the healers? The healers have.
They're behind me.
Okay.
Okay. Are you blind? Are you blind?
So yeah, then I just walk. But like at a brisk pace, they kind of like have to walk around to keep up.
She doesn't struggle, but The healers are lagging quite a bit, yeah. All right, so you get there. It's heading towards 2:00 now. She comes walking in. No, Chewy, please no, please, my boy. She comes walking in and she says, also following along is what's his face. So she comes up. She has a look at what's going on. She can quickly see the dead hag. She's got quite. She looks like she knows what she's doing. Looks experienced. She's got a couple of battle scars also on her face a little bit. Just one going down her eye like that, so you can tell she's got experience. And she kind of looks at you all and says, kind of just like she's very short, caught off. Explain.
As I got them there, I'm just like, I'm going to go find Mr. Thornton, and I walk away.
Yeah, he was actually following, so he's come in now, and he's like there with his girl, and bending over her and kind of holding her and cradling and like just sobbing, tears and snot.
I look at him like, that depends on what you don't understand.
And he just kind of looks at you with snot running down his eyes. He doesn't know what the hell you're talking about.
Like, is it that there's, like, don't you understand that we killed the hag?
Oh, you're talking to the
Yeah,
like the Lord Protector.
Yeah.
She just kind of says, well, this crazy person here has been hanging flies all over town. You guys show up, and now we're standing in a hole filled with mud and dead bodies. What am I supposed to understand about that?
We killed this person in this hole with all the dead bodies.
All right, and before that, what happened? Who are you? How did you come to be here?
We were asked to find the dead bodies. We found the dead bodies, and then killed the dead woman in the hole.
Okay, make a persuasion check. I think with disadvantage.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to be persuading here.
Yeah, it's like
13, probably minus something.
Well, it's a 12.
Oh yeah, because it's with disadvantage. Sorry. Plus 0.
All right.
12.
No, well, she just shakes her head and she's like, "Fair enough." Who are you, by the way?
Sassoon.
Sassoon.
Telling people this.
She's unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Who's the unconscious
Are
dwarf?
they-
They're busy operating.
busy-
right?
busy-
They're busy with you guys. You guys are busy getting some healing, stabilizing. Roll a hit dice.
20.
No.
No,
What?
that depends. Your dwarf,
Yeah, let me
so
see.
it's probably plus a 10.
1
Oh no, wait.
No.
Hit dice is your
Yeah.
class.
So yours,
So it's a D10.
Undina's a D10, and Doge, yours is
Basically one.
a D10 as well.
Nullity.
Do it.
So you add 2 hit points to your thing.
Cool.
She's alive.
Yeah, then I'm awake. At least.
8.
8, and you can add 8 to your hit
And
points.
the moment she actually like starts moving and stuff, you can see like a massive wave of relief over my everything. Like that was the first time you actually saw me being absolutely petrified in this whole adventure.
I look at the Lord Protector's on the barbarian like speaking, and I walk away.
All right.
I cast magic hand and scratch him behind the ear.
I purr a little.
As they're walking away.
All right. So this lady kind of turns to you and she introduces herself. I'm Darthra Shendril, and I'm the Lord Protector here. It's my job to kind of sort out nasty business like this. So, you can leave the rest to me and my boys, and we'll get this cleaned up. I appreciate your help. Nobody took this old fart seriously. His daughter died and claimed her body went missing. Nobody bothered to look. I mean, it's a body, who cares? But I suppose you guys did a good job here, so I thank you. I do care about the safety of my people. Nobody seemed to be in danger, but you guys seem to have done some good here. I mean, just by looking at this creature, it does look like a rather nasty bugger. So, thank you. Thanks. and she kind of just turns around and goes and just gives instructions to the people standing around her.
When she
paid gold.
That's Mr. Fulton.
when she turns around, without her, when she pretty much looks away from me, I cast Prestidigitation, and I pretty much cast a perpetual fart smile right underneath her nose for the next 3 hours, and kind of whisper to myself, nobody like pretty much talks shit about Mr. Whiskers except me.
Well, she kind of like, she's already pulled in this face because it already smells in there. So I mean,
But now it's going
the
to
extra-
smell outside as well.
yeah, so
Hand with it now.
Yeah, he's going to know that
Alright.
smell.
that's how long does a prestidigitation last for?
It's either an hour or 3 hours. Let me just quickly check.
I'll also check.
It is an hour.
Yeah, an hour. Okay, so for an hour she's got
But
a.
the funkiest, like,
Just watch your stuff there.
dead smell. Doesn't she? Has she ever lost a husband? Can I make the smell of the husband or something? Like the worst thing that is imaginable to a human. Like her nose should be curling up to her eyebrows when she's done.
Did Mr. Thornton have the money on him when he returned?
Yeah, it's on him. It's always been on him. He doesn't actually live there. He stays on a farm just south of Tribal.
Okay, cool.
I go up to him. It's like, can I have the money now?
And he just says, thank you so much. And he kind of grabs your hairy paw, gives it a stroke, and he kind of just sniffs and kisses it too. Like he's quite drunk, and like you get a bit of snot on your hand there as he passes you the bag filled with 100 gold pieces.
I go and then I give 30 to Doge or Dodge. It was 20 gold for the rations, and then
Yes.
Yeah, it's 20.
yeah, and then what's left is 80. So yeah, 10, and then I give 10 to all of you. Then I still have 30, 20, 30. How does that split into?
All right, so let's do some calculations. Okay, Doge, so mark down 30 for you.
30 gold.
30 gold, yeah.
How do I get my hit points back up? Do I have to rest or what? To max?
No, you should be able to add. You can manually do it, I'm sure.
Oh, do you mean
Yeah.
on the app?
Like how do I restore myself? Do I have to...
Fully, yeah. You need a long rest.
How would I just take the 20 gold and put it in like another fund for the next rations or
So you-
expenses for the trip or whatever?
100%.
Give it to the dwarf. She keeps gold safe.
If you give it to me, you're not getting it.
So you guys are happy to trust a person you've just met to hold on to
Well,
your
I'm
gold.
gonna.
Well, considering everything we just went through and he was right from the get-go, yes.
I've made a bond with the cat now, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am the moment I get my gold. By the way, I take 5 and I give the other 5 to her, just because, you know, we're pretty close and she likes gold.
Alright, so you've
I'm
given
only
a.
gonna take 5 and I'm gonna give 5 to her.
Alright, so it's maybe subtract. So take
So-
10.
Yeah. So I'm
Give 5
taking
to
10,
her.
Yeah,
So we all get 10,
5,
and
she
then I
gets
take
15.
5, she gets 5, so she gets 15, I get 5.
Okay, so just mark that down.
Yeah.
And then the moment we get back to town, I'm gonna mail 5. So I'm also gonna
Alright,
minus 5.
okay. So just subtract that then as well. Total. Alright. Alright, guys, so from there, I'm assuming you guys need to go stay somewhere.
Well, by the way, as we are walking home, I'm casting Prestidigitation. That's getting a very fun spell on literally every single one of us, except myself, from top to toe, cleaning you little bit by bit, because it literally I can just clean a square foot. So I'm just going clean paw, clean hand, clean foot, everything that's disgusting. I'm going.
I look at you and I'm like, I now see your value.
And I conjure another mage hand to clear. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should probably head back into town and find a place to sleep.
What time? No.
I'm stumbling along.
It is now, by the time everybody got back and he called everyone, it is now 4 o'clock. Heading 4:30, heading towards 5, yeah.
Oh,
So if I go back for a rest before tomorrow's
yeah.
excursion, will I be back at That
Yes,
my
yeah.
12 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long rest basically restores everything.
Resets everything. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for a long rest.
All right, sweet. Okay, so everybody's kind of heading
Just
back
to find
to the. Okay, so you all need an inn. So also let's just say that Darthra, the protectorate, thanks you for your service, and he says as a small reward, even though this wasn't an issue for the town, just for this crying disgusting man, she says that she will set you up in a inn called the. I'll tell you now. North Shield House. No, sorry. Is it the North Shield House? I'll tell you now. Yeah, the North Shield House. So, this is an inn. Where's the map? Is it on there?
What are you looking for?
The North Shield House.
No, it's not on there.
All right, let me go look here. All right, so the North Shield House is quite a comfortable inn, just actually north of the Ever Wyvern house. So she kind of sets you up there, gives you a free meal and a free beer basically, and yeah, you all are allowed to rest up there. All right, so I think we're going to kind of close off there. Whilst you all arriving there, perhaps sitting around the table, anything you want to discuss with each other?
On the real world, how much XP do we get for 5 zombie babies and a hag?
Yeah, so the XP, let me tell you now.
Question.
26.
Where do I put my XP in? On D&D Beyond is the question.
Did you insert that you were going to be using XP? 'Cause that's
Yeah.
probably where you start. My phone's off now.
Trying to find it.
Yeah, so you each get 40 XP.
What do we make
Maybe.
maybe?
At the top corner, it should be. Oh no, you can do it on here, but also on your character sheet.
So experience points.
Yeah.
Say plus 40.
40.
I saw it earlier, I just can't remember where. Manage experience. How much do we get?
40.
14.
Add
40.
XP.
Oh, okay.
40. Holy shit, we've got a long way to go to level 2.
How many points do we need for level 2?
I don't know.
It's like 300.
Yeah, it's 300.
Not that far, I mean.
No, 40 really is out the way.
Considering how hard 40
We
XP
nearly
was,
lost-
that's the
we nearly
thing.
lost
Well,
the
you
points
got-
to
you
get
got-
these 40 points.
Yeah. Well, you got 40 XP and 100 gold between all of you. I think that's pretty
Still
good.
must only die.
So do we only get XP for killing stuff, or do we complete
For completing missions, encounters, and stuff like social encounters. And etc.
So the hag and the mission was 40 XP.
Yeah, in total, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
I'm not sure who actually shot more than transport there.
If we're all sitting around the table, I'm just like, so you guys don't want to die.
That'll be the preferred way.
Well, maybe
Just maybe.
maybe if you're slow and sturdy, running up to a hag and attacking us.
You need to tell that to Doge.
Yes.
At that point,
And
I'm looking at my hands going,
then I just started fidgeting again, just like
I kind of go, I seem still pretty alive, Mr. Garfield.
I just say it all counts.
That was good.
Alright, no.
Are you guys happy? Eh?
That's it.
Alright, so then you all head off upstairs to bed.
Mm.
Got nice comfy beds, enjoy it because it's going to be 6 days out on the road.
I don't think I take a bed. I look for a tree and just go
Perch.
sleep in that.
Alright, so you head back
Fair
out.
enough.
Okay, Mrs. Scavenge.
Oh yeah, they still have those rolled are quite nice.
I'm trying to think what does the cat find comforting?
I like first go and do the kitan, then I take off all my clothes and like wash it and then hang it in that tree, and then I sleep in the tree just looking like a normal leopard without clothes or whatever.
Like an actually, just fucking.
That's it.
Nice guys, well done. That was a flippin'. I was very surprised. I really thought this thing was going to kill you.
I did so too.
We started thinking the same thing at some point.
I honestly thought maybe I could drag everybody out of here. Like,
but don't worry, I had a contingency if that were to happen. Okay.
So, and then you charged in as well. I was like, well,
We're
Is that gonna help or not?
And I got one good throw, and then he bested me.
yes.
Good night, everybody.
No, it's just. At least the charge helped.
Doge, any last words?
How do you add that 40 XP? I'm looking at that.
If you go into the corner where your image is, I think it is where your character image is, and you click on that, you'll be an XP bar or something. I think if you click on that, you should be able to add it there. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, if you click on your character, it's going to say manage XP when you scroll down. If you go to the website one, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Your
probably
character-
gonna,
yeah.
probably going to be where you say level up.
If you click on your portrait,
Yeah, and if you click on the portrait.
and you go scroll down, it says manage XP, and then you just add however much XP.
I can probably share my character with you as well.
All right, cool. But yeah, that's perfect because then I'll just want to export it because this is easier for me to have it on my little sheet here.
I should probably look at now the fun part of being a wizard starts. And I'm like, what spell should I prepare? Oh shit! I don't inspect for a spell.
So
I'm guessing you're going to go chaos from a certain.
if you click on here,
Pretty much just having fun.
click there and then
Chaos Wizard usually always starts or ends the fun.
manage experience. I think. Then we set first level.
I mean, if I look at the spells in my spell book,
40.
it's legit Firebolt, Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, Burning Hands, Detect Magic, Featherfall, Jump, Magic Missile, and Silent Image. So it's like 2 damage spells, and the rest are all trolley spells
Yeah, what
So-
it costs when they
and utility spells.
So wizards have ridiculous amounts of spells. Like it's honestly like every level you can just choose so many.
Yeah, it's insane.
And yeah, I think at level like 18, which is quite ridiculous, getting to level 18, we haven't done it
like
yet.
2 years, 3 years. Of
Yeah, I think the furthest we've got was level 12, but at level 12 you're already so crazy strong, it doesn't really matter. But I think at level 18 wizards literally just know every spell. Like you roll a d20, and I think if you roll above 10, you just know the spell that you want to cast.
Yeah.
So yeah, they literally just.
The only thing I'm sad about is that I didn't prepare Silent Image, because that would have been fun in this one. Like, especially the lady at the end. It's moving! See, that's what we thought. Okay. Lean, let's go sleep.
All right, yeah.
But I can honestly say like Prestidigitation is weirdly powerful.
Yeah, it really is for a cantrip. Holy shit.
That was awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Any questions or anything that you'd like to know?
I'd say thank you to everyone
Yeah.
for the help
Yeah, we
and
needed the
enjoy
help.
your night.
Now, same to you.
Thanks, Gaten.
Oh,
Guys,
yes,
save
Get
us.
it. Great.
All right, sweet, dude. You must have a luck one. Thanks for joining. And
Gotta- 'cause we're gonna
So drive safe.
Gaten is a fighter.